I simp for Zealand.
Zianxiangxi.
Hi, YouTube. Greggy Lad, thank you for the 11 months. Welcome to the Hammers. This is your moment, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Because this is the only thing that is guaranteed to be on a video every single time. Because there is a Zealand Live channel. Right? With episodes of every single stream. Zealand Live channel. And when you scream, you sit there and you go, you know what? Hi, YouTube. Right? It goes on here. Okay. What? How do I work YouTube, dude? I don't know how to work. Another Twitch baby, too. I don't know. There we go. And then all these people say hi back, right? Hello, people of the future. Ricardo Garay, oh my God, look at that anticipation. This man is Nostradamus. Okay, Benshea. Yeah. Doran. Get after it, Doran. Get after it, Gavin. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're in the bottom corner. What's the complaint? Gavin. Thank you for the 5 gifteds. GME FIFA Fanatic, Lindsay, Shosno, and Porgy. Welcome to the Hammers, man. How you doing? Laughalino, thank you for the Twitch Prime as well. Welcome. Enjoy the bacon. Enjoy the emotes. Thanks for spending $5 at Bezos money. Cameron Speed, thank you for the 6 months.
Bezos bucks. Go ODFC.
Oh, hell yeah, Whiskets. Thank you for the 4 months in the Prime, my dude. Bomb with the 7. Thebomb.com. Cameron Speed, I appreciate the 6 months. It's Panties. Thank you so much for the tier 1. Zealand, you should take over Man City. You know, if I had $100 million to spend on Jack Grealish, I would spend it on myself. I would pamper myself. I would go on a couple of vacations. I would buy a jet. I would buy an island. I would buy a ranch in Montana and a penthouse in New York and stream from all of them. Mostly the island. I would lay an undersea cable. I'm talking like lightning speed connection. They got that whatever terabyte a second thing they got working on in London, or like you can download somebody's memory in 3 seconds. That is what I need. That's what I would buy. Yeah. If I manage Man City, that's what I would do. That right there is what I would do. Adamame, thank you for the 3 months and up the freaking Hammers. Gavin, you freaking ridiculous human being. I appreciate the 5 gifteds so much. All right, here's what we got today. We are 5 points clear.
Give me that bacon,
with a match in hand in the league, and then we have a cup against Gil Vicente. So you are guaranteed happiness as long as we can hold it together, because we do not play Porto or Benfica or Braga or Sporting or like, who else do we not like? Fluminense. Like, we don't play anybody we don't like here. For some reason, I always play Boa Vista in the last match of the season, but we've got a pretty good run into the end of the season. Benfica's dropped points in their last 3 matches, so we've gone from yee to like, oh, this is pretty sweet. Fluminense. Who am I thinking? Famalicão. Thank you. Famalicão. Where are they? Not even playing today.
What do you call it
Ridiculous.
when a snowman throws a tantrum? A meltdown.
It's a B+. I almost applauded Forrester. It's certainly a rock-solid dad joke. Thank you for the 4 months. Look at your bets with the silver bacon. Oh, my God, your bets. We also don't like Portimonense. We've had issues with both of them. All right, lads. Rotation. What are you doing? Where are you going? What appointment do you have to keep? Stay where you are. God.
14 months of Zealand. E2O, pretty sweet.
Smithy, thank you for the 14 months as part of the Hammers. What do you think about, who do you think is going to the Libertadores semifinals today? Sao Paulo or Palmeiras? I generally think Palmeiras is better, but I would like to preface that statement with the fact that I know absolutely nothing about the two teams right now.
Do you know why the Twitch app doesn't work on Roku?
Yeah, they couldn't do a deal. I've had this conversation. I was for a year. No, not a year. Like when I was over at my grandparents' house, I tried to get Twitch on Roku so that they could watch, right? And then I looked it up, and you got to do all this. You have to basically find the web page through a search and then save the web page on the homepage. Roku and Twitch weren't unable to do a deal with Amazon was unable to do a deal with Roku, right? And so, yeah, that. And then my grandma died. Twitch. Jeez. And she never watched. Unbelievable. How dare you? God, Roku and Twitch. Figure it out.
Jeff Bezos money so I don't have to watch adverts for Jeff
She thought
Bezos
I streamed on Netflix. Wonderful woman.
Bezos.
Loved her, man.
Pretty meta.
But she definitely thought I streamed on Netflix. She thought streaming shows and streaming video games was the same thing. You know? Mac2, thank you so much for the 13 months. No, it was a year ago. She lived a very long and happy life. And would have laughed at that joke, so it's not, yeah. I suppose you probably should have known my grandmother for that. You guys didn't know my grandma? What are you talking? It's ridiculous. I'm still sick. Mac2, thank you for the 13 months. Appreciate it. Spending Bezos money so I don't have to watch adverts for Jeff Bezos products, trying to get more money for Jeff Bezos. It's pretty freaking meta. Thank you for the 13. And Hilia, thank you for the 5. And the question. Okay, I need to set the freaking bench for this. Why are all my fullbacks always tired? Why can't they just run forever and be okay? I'm offended, quite frankly. I'm going to start Duarte today.
Take
just a little more.
the league,
A little more defense, lads. Just a little more defense. He-Shin, goodbye. Jason Cerna, you're back in. Klebenho, you're in for Katsikis. Ali Fowler, you are out for Jose Almeida. We've got Klebinho and Almeida, then Todorov, Lamine Fall, Jassim, Ja Silva, Enrique Borges. I'll rest Ja Silva as well. We're rotating after the Champions League match. We're hoping we'll be okay. Jack Lane is the dude that flies around for them. Jack Lane, generally a problem. Generally a walking problem. Okay. Isran Barrientos is normal. Zamudio is not. Honestly, Zamudio's finishing. He'll probably just freaking miss that, so we'll switch these guys. He'll miss that little tap in. That'd be, oh no, almost way too convenient. Herrera, and no, not Zamudio. So this actually does work. It is that convenient. Cool. Let's do it, chat. Here's match number 1 in our quest for a league title. Carolina did not get sold. No. Kingsbury, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon and the emotes. Heptic says, take home the league. Thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate it. I'm curious how many play FM while watching the stream. Hopefully everybody. Play something, dude. We're hanging out together. I felt that that's the way I watch streams. I'm playing something. I got the stream over here. You can do that with your phone, you got a laptop, whatever. You know what I mean? Tab in, tab out. As long as you're listening to these silky tones, you know what I'm saying? I fully expect you to keep our run going and win this match. 5 league matches left. Nacional is the highest team in the league out of all those matches. They're like 5th in the league. They're playing for Europe. Here we go. I'm working. Power to strong Hussar. Seriously. Nice. I only watch right now. No distractions. Clates is locked in. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Clayton III. You know, Clates, sorry, pause. I had a moment. I'm watching The Blacklist for like the 85th time. I'm going to pull something up. Tell me this doesn't look like Clates, okay? The Blacklist has a character, right? I am of the belief that he looks like Clates. I just need to get the pictures side by side. Give me a second. Love The Blacklist, by the way, if you haven't watched it. Probably the best first episode of a show I've ever seen. I am a connoisseur of sorts of shows because I binge so many shows because Outside is scary and who wants to do that? All right, here we go. Do you have an Instagram? Of course you probably have an Instagram. What am I talking about? You have it linked to your Twitch? You're a consummate professional. It's probably linked here. If it's going to be linked, it's just... oh my, he's literally watching me right now. Okay. That makes sense because he is here. Okay, so like, tell me these aren't the same person, right? Okay, so like, this is Clates on the right. And oh, fiddlesticks, dude. And that's Tom Keene. All right? That's the same person. He is Tom Keene from The Blacklist. The dude on the right is more handsome. I mean, I think he's taken, or else I would have already made my move. But the glasses are doing a lot of the work. No, I'm telling you, it's more similar than that even. Like, look at that. Look at. I mean, they've got like, it's like a very similar like nose. You know, the hair is generally the same, right? Tom Keene normally wears his hair up over there, right? Like, Clates is just missing the weird fur jacket thing. It's two dudes with. It's not two dudes with glasses. The glasses help. That looks like Clates. Ugh. The glasses obviously help. It's not the only thing. Also, Clates is a fantastic streamer. You should watch Clates. If you don't watch Clates. I mean, like, watch me, but also watch, like, Clates. Stubbly facial hair, round glasses. He's off. That's my former player. I appreciate it, dude. Let me go get... Nice. That is actually, you're like, no way that's his former player. Yep. He never played for me, which is always the fun thing. We signed him for free, loaned him for 3 years, and then sold him to Nasty and Al for $240,000. Apparently, he's a regular starter for them. Stonks. It was really nice of him to get sent off in the first 5 minutes. Bit of a cavalier challenge. My double agent. Oh! Hey! Yay! Yay! Holy! Oh, what a run! What a run! What a shot! What a goal by the Poison! Woo! Yeah, that boy's a star. Starting him at the complete forward spot today. Oh, nice touch by Cerna. Just take him on. Just run right by this guy, dude. There's no way. It's a central midfielder. Ah, Duarte, ever the cavalier fullback. I like that ball. She used the fact Zamudio's got jets. Oh, Zamudio. Cerna! Dude! How is that so nonchalant to save? Like, you're 4 feet away from him. You're a good shooter. Oh, yes. Oh, Urawath. Seek and destroy, my man. Seek and... run, oh, Urawath. Run. Don't make Cerna defend. He's fragile. Oh, Lazar. Cerna. Somebody go Cerna. It's terrible. Terrible effort. I sold my son for 250 million. Am I a bad dad? No. It's time that he learned that he's not worth 250 million. I really hope you're talking about the game. In the game, could totally see that backfiring. Like, no, this, you know, news article. Twitch streamer endorses sale. Twitch streamer endorses child trafficking on accident. Not on accident. That wouldn't be in the title. Please do not actually sell your children. Just let me make jokes about you selling your children in a video game, please. Thank you. That's true. Doc Rivers, who's an American coach in the NBA, traded his son, I think. It was like coaching his son and traded him, which is also, that's just really funny. I don't know how you explain that at like the dinner table. Like, get the family together. So, why'd you send me to Memphis? Well, Memphis is perilously close to Arkansas, which is a dangerous place to be. Because Arkansas. Manic streamer urges viewer to traffic own child. Yeah, that's on like one of those like streaming websites, like one of those streamer news websites, which is the equivalent of the stuff you read while you're checking out at the grocery store. Bing Bong, thank you for the gifted sub to Marty Mc11. Honestly, we're only up 1-0. That's kind of unsettling. Pavlovich. Shoot it! I mean, obviously, this is a siege, but you know what I should do is just, like, leather Jack Lane, too. You should just, like, put everything on Jack Lane, who sounds like the Zambian version of Jason Bourne. Nice. Pass again. Shoot!
Recently
Shoot!
joined stream after a couple weeks of being busy and we're talking about human trafficking. Feels good to be back.
Welcome back, Wheeler. Yeah, somebody sold their son in the game for 250 million. Worth. Pereira's on his 6.5 right now. We're only up 1-0. This is don't get complacent operation. Happy with Carbajal though. He's on a 7.5. Do I want Borges, JJ Min? What do I want? I want JJ Min. JJ just has a lot of goals in him. Gentlemen, if we could please score a second goal so that we can get comfortably atop this league here. Thank you, boys. Oh, yep. Cerna! Cerna! Bring it to your right and shoot, dude. What are we waiting for? Cerna's got like 18 long shots. That's why every time he sniffs a shot, I go nuts. Because he can score really, really, really impressive bangers. Not when he's doing that, though. This is fun. That was a nice passing combo. And basically free shots whenever we want them right now. It's like a bar on Monday. How likely your son's nephew? I've never had one. Oh! That was a good hit. Shoot! God, we are too cheeky for our own good right now. I like JJ Min just gliding through the middle, finding Carbajal again. Cerna. Oh, this is nice. Dude, I mean, how we only have one goal right now. It's like I want to manage this match like we're flying away from them, but we're not. It's 1-0. Come on, Boyson. That's a good play. Pavlovich. Laser beam. We need to score again, dude. Any team score one goal, we need to score again. And thank you! Finally! I'm gonna go tell ODFC Twitter to sell Zamudio. If you think he's kidding, by the way, there is an unofficial ODFC Twitter account that I have nothing to do with that tweets like it's the club's official Twitter account. It's fantastic. You should follow it because that is essentially what ODFC Twitter is the replies to those posts. Thank you, Zamudio. Oh, now we're gonna score like 8 goals. Shoot! Eastgren! With the boot! First ever goal, not with his head. Thomas Eastgren. They kind of forgot to mark him, I'm not gonna lie. He had time to just take a touch and pass the ball into the back of the net. We'll take it. Center backs playing like strikers. Oh, Boyson, dude. That was close again. I'd be tired. You're all probably tired. I just meant like, you know, people that played in the Champions League match, like Jason Serna, that we can just get off. Cover this man! He's open! Take it away! Please! No! Thank you! Oh, heaven help us all. That's a ridiculous punt. God, Garay has just really been a wonderful goalkeeper for me. JJ always has so much composure around the box. He never rushes himself. Serna, Carbajal's shooting this. Can't even blame him. That one I can blame him for. Definitely can blame him for that one. God, you a little old and slow here, Christian. A little old and slow. All right, I'm gonna bring out a center back. Just make it Eastgren for Almeida. Won't really be involved in the game much, but just for a little bit of rest. Come on, what is this? Who's Hugo? Who are you, Hugo? That's us, right? It's gotta be. Oh, Duarte! What a model citizen touch right there. I mean, seriously. Yeah, Garay's an excellent penalty goalkeeper. His distribution's on fleek. You hadn't heard that in a while, had you? Shoot! Take a touch and shoot. No, well, now just take 4 touches and pass. Or draw a penalty. Ref! Lamine Fall with the shakes and the bakes. Ref! 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 Ah!
Silver Bacon. Woot.
Heartbreak.
Watch for my band Option Y's new album Beyond on August 24th and my single Lunchtime out on September 21st.
You're in a band, Scott? That's pretty sick. Option Y. So that was your 25th band name, or? All right. Is A, B, C, option A, B, C, D. Okay. Good save. Option C coming this fall. No, Scott, that is cool. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime in the 6 months. Congratulations on your silver bacon. B+. I appreciate that. Thank you. It means a lot. That was the first time I've ever seen Lamine Fall dribble. It was very unfortunate that he didn't actually win the penalty, because he really is not normally a person that like moves with the ball. Oh, Lazar feeling himself, taking that aggressive touch. Get out of his way. Why are you in his way? How did you not score, Zamudio? I mean, you were in front of the goal, completely open. Taking it first time, can put it anywhere. Yikes. That's a great flick on header. And then sometimes Saminia will just score an absolute worldie. He's just that guy. Oh, Pavlovich! Spites, thank you for the 5 months, my dude. Appreciate it. Just 1 month away from that silver bacon. It's going to be nice. A Eurowath? Dude, that's terrible. That's what I thought, Jack. That's what I freaking thought. I feel like this might actually be a highlight. Turn and burn, baby. On hell. On hell. Oh, Lamine. Okay. Oh, Eurowath. Duarte. Lamine. Play it through. Nope. Switch it to the other side of the field. Thank you. And now it's all open. JJ. Boyson. It's in! Whoa! Yeah! The greatest goal ever scored! He's walked into the goal with the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, you will never see something like this ever again. Yepes going for a stroll. Oh, man. It's the momentum of him trying to pick it up. It's literally rolling out. It's the momentum of him trying to pick the ball up. He just runs with it into the goal. I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again. So watch it. Drink it in. Don't know. What is happening? But if I just let the game end again. I should be able to... Huh? Okay, cool. It worked. I have no idea why, but it definitely worked. Very pleased. Good effort, boys. And we're out. Such a positive result must have gone down well for you and the players. You want to give a day a rest? Yeah, let's do that. Good feeling everything comes together in a great result. Like, I mean, they had a guy sent off 4 minutes into the game. So it's like, if we didn't win that, I was going to be, 50 shades of furious. So Boris Mako, how do they hate this guy so? He's so fast. Why do they hate him so much? Dushko Flago. Sounds like a rapper.
So I went looking for a people carrier the other day, asked about cargo space. Salesman said, "Carno do that, cargo road."
That was so bad, dude. It was one of those, like, it was so bad, it was good. You know what I mean? It was so bad, it was good. Bad, in my opinion. Mr. Sperry, I bequeath you a B for bouncing off the floor of joke ratings and rising back up again. Dayron Jaramillo. We tried to sign before he went to Man City way back in the day. Didn't end up working out. We've qualified for the Champions League. Board set initial budgets. I feel like that's an increase. Not really. Definitely kind of the same thing. Carbajal had 2 freaking assists anyways. What an absolute mad lad Christian Carbajal is. All right, boys, 4 matches left in the league. Good result for your side out there today. You were very local of an admiration before the match. How do you think your comments might have impacted the result? Rather focused on a great performance from my side. A goal out of the top drawer for Boys and Philander, absolutely. Carball's been in scintillating form this season. I mean, dude, every time Carball plays, people cannot mark that position if they can pass well. Seriously. And that's that. We're all set. We've handled Nacional on the road. We got fortunate that they couldn't hold their discipline early in the game, and we took advantage. Next is Chameleon. Thank you so much for the 3 months as part of the Hammers. We got a look up, by the way. I know we've got a look up from back. It's Richie Sagredo. Porto just drew again, which is hilarious. Richie Sagredo's at Atletico Madrid, 27-year-old Belgian, who starts at Genk. Broke into the team in 2022-2023 as a regular player for Genk, bought by Chelsea.
Still in CL?
I know, we got knocked out in the quarterfinals, unfortunately. Extra time to Atletico. And then Chelsea, 33 million. He doesn't really play a lot in the Prem. Hoffenheim gets a bargain at 14.5 million, and then over the course of 4 years, he plays more games every season. 6.99 rating on 29 matches. The year before, he gets a $53 million move, and we played against Richie Sagredo, speaking of the devil, in the Champions League quarterfinal. He was their starting right back for both Champions League quarterfinal matches, and so Richie's found a good spot to be. He is certainly a problem. He has very good attributes and 16 Belgium caps. I would have expected him to have more. I'm not going to lie. I would have. Domisa, thank you for the 7 months as part of the Hammers. I would have expected him to have more, but he does not. Wonder why. Because he definitely has great attributes. I'm surprised he's had like the career that he's had. Check out the Curacao guy, Miguel Angel Rosales. Oh my god, it's like he still can't play defense. Amazing. What a catch. What a player. Why did you not scout players from Burton Albion and instead signed Fulham's Luke Edwards? Because Fulham's Luke Edwards looked amazing. JJ Man now getting that $1.37 million salary. Fat. Hey, Luke Edwards still has a chance to be a first-team player, all right? I've named him as one of the key players from my reserve team that won the Reserve Premier League. You know, Excuse me? I have one question. How dare you, spam caller? How dare you? Does anybody play Apex? It's a weird question. If you don't, it's fine. I'm gonna judge you forever. Just for a little while. So I've always enjoyed the game. I'm gonna play Apex. Something pretty nuts happened the other day.
I have a joke about chemistry, but I don't think it will get a reaction.
I've heard it before, Joey, but thank you so much for the 7 months. Automatic, I've heard it before. C for Joey Turton, but if you haven't, it is a good one. Very short, abrupt. Clates is like I played last night. I'm bad. I'm not good. I've done aim trainers for a while, so at least I can hit shots, but I'm definitely not great. The only reason I brought it up is maybe the most amazing gaming achievement outside of me winning the Champions League with Bate in 9 years happened over the last couple of days. So in Apex, if you don't play it, that's fine. It's a shooter, you know, battle royale shooter. Cash, dude, what the fudge cakes? Cash! 10 gifteds from Cash. Hold the thought on that story. Mala's, Bendo's, Trademark, Tova, Low Resolution, Pixel, Bit, Poison, Ziv, Glenn, welcome to the Hammers. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 10 gifted subs from the Cashman. Show the love. Show him you care. Show him your bacon. Unbelievable. So who plays Apex? A lot of people, honestly. But there was a guy, right? So in Apex, there's a rank system, right? It's a battle royale. It's got this like rank system. So there's bronze and silver and gold and platinum and diamond, and then you get all the way to masters, right? And that takes like, dude, Benfica just drop points again. No, but if we win this match, we win the league. Okay, cool. Benfica just like threw the door. They've dropped points in like the last 4 matches. Like we were 2 points ahead of Benfica at the start of yesterday's stream, and they just they forgot how to play or something. I don't know. Like we aren't even celebrating them dropping points anymore. We're just like, are you okay? Like, do you need help? I mean, I know a guy, Anton Napolov. It's a pretty old report. Let's just update those reports. Let's just get an update to those reports. It'll be fun. And so you go through this whole ranking system, and then the top 500 people in the world are predators, Apex predators, right? In this game. I'm a plat level player, for those that are curious. Hard stuck. Thank you for the $5 donation, Mombot. What did you say? So this dude, in one stream, went from bronze to the top 500 in the world. One stream. He's gifted 20 today. Silly goose. Where was it? Am I blind? Oh my god, yes! Cash! Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. And Numtastic, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. I missed that whole section. Nexus Chameleon, thank you for the 3 months. My apologies, Cash. You're wonderful. Check to make sure you don't have a gifted sub, right? So, yeah, this guy, his name is It's Timmy, right? He streams and is awake and playing the game for 53 straight hours. And goes solo, like not on a team. You play in groups of 3 on Apex. Solo queuing in these ranked games, all the way from a new account to Predator. It was like maybe the second craziest gaming achievement I've ever seen. Mr. Brightside, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. And Adam Mame, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. The first, me winning the Champions League with Bate in 9 years. We've already covered this. Mr. Brightside, thank you. Live with Anders, Herlinio, Rob Turner, Syrup, and Lisa. You are now in the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon and the emotes. Crip and Cabal, you're now in the Hammers. I've streamed Apex before. I have. My last time I played Apex on stream was we did a 24-hour stream, and I got on with my brother and my friend since I was 6 years old, and we won a game of Apex, and then we got off. It's fun. I enjoyed it. Dude, 57 to 78 million. Not exactly a bargain replacement fullback. All right, if we beat Setubal, we've won the league, chat. It's that simple. All we have to do is win one of the next 4 games, and we are Liga NOS champions. The number one Twitch gaming achievements, Amaranth doing ASMR for 8 hours. You know what? Sorry. You know what blew my mind? COVID negative, in case you weren't hearing me talking about it yesterday. Definitely a little sick. Definitely COVID negative. But remember when they used to do that like ear licking thing? Mad respect. Get your bag. If a bunch of people will pay you to lick the ear of a microphone, do it. I'm over here thinking about the logistics of it. If you ask me to lick a microphone for like 5 hours, right? Like just think about, and how gross does your tongue feel? You're like, God, you like can't get the, when you think about it, 5 hours, they still do it? Oh, I thought that, I don't know, but like 5 hours of licking a microphone. The sheer determination blows my mind. Clates, I can barely do 2 hours of ear licking, yeah. To get flavored microphones. That's a pretty good idea. Be like, yeah, I'm sponsored by Hershey. They got me a chocolate microphone. What about it? That's a pretty good idea. Like, seriously, that was just that. I feel like I try and think about things, right? I'm r/not like other girls, right? I try and think about things differently than most people. Like, people are all up in arms about the ear licking thing. I'm like, dude, I feel like it's a really impressive achievement to be able to lick a microphone for 5 hours. That blows my mind. If ODFC don't win the league immediately after this match, the bet results in no. Fair enough. Bruno was magnanimous with his comments, apparently. We want to win every match, but I'd like to show them what we're capable. Did we lose to them last time? Oh, sheesh. I'll let you come out with the result that we want. Everybody knows we have to keep working hard. You know, winning breeds confidence. Great stuff. I have no concerns about our mental strength. Everyone in the locker room strong enough to understand the peaks and troughs of a season. Definitely. And Riega is doing well, and I'm happy to see Nascimento putting the building blocks in place. I'm very happy that we're possessing the ball so that we can play our game. Are you feeling nervous? I'm not nervous at all. That's the God's honest truth here. I'm not nervous at all. We've got like 4 shots at this. I'd love to beat Setubal and get it out of the way right away, but yeah. People care way too much about a lot of things. Right? People care way too much about a lot of things. You ever feel yourself getting really upset about something? You just be like, why do I actually care? Right? What is the point of this? Do I really need to respond to this tweet? Right? With, you know, like, Pinaldo! Do I really need to respond to the tweet with that? Or can I just live my life? The choice is yours, chat. The choice is yours. Khalid Abdeen with the annual offers from the Sudanese teams. The table as follows. We are 7 points clear with a match in hand. If we win, we are thus 10 points clear with 3 matches left to go in the league, meaning it is mathematically impossible for us to lose the league. Player lookup. True. Probably do that before we play this match. Diego Almeida. Udinese Calcio. He is wanted by Napoli, so apparently he's doing okay. He never played for Barcelona, but broke into Barca B. Then he moved to Levant for 5.5 million, played 29 games. Then West Ham bought him in the Prem. He played 8 games. And then he moved to Nice, where he played 8 games, but then got into the team next year. Played 28 games, then got a move to Atalanta. Played 11 games, then loaned to Udinese. Played 24 games, and then Udinese just bought him for 2.8 million the next year, and he played 10. What a weird career. This man has been bought 5 times, and he's 27. Every year. Diego, are you okay? He's played in Ligue 1. He's played in the Premier League. He's played with 2 Serie A teams. He's played in La Liga. This man's played in 4 of the major 5 leagues. He's 27. It's crazy sauce. He did get relegated from La Liga. Nice. That's his only achievement. Congratulations. You've been relegated from La Liga. Andraj Nemeth. He's at Maccabi Haifa. Nice. Okay. Hungarian striker, 31 caps, 10 goals. And from Hasselt in Belgium on that loan in Valenciennes. Got a loan to Domino's League 2 where he 31 freaking games, net a 6.64. Then stayed with Genk and played 1 match a season for 2 seasons. Then broke into the Genk first team after a lot of patience in 2024-2025. And then he was there again. Aston Villa bought him in the championship. He literally never played for them. Got a move to Neuchâtel Xamax in the Swiss League and played for 3 seasons as a regular player for them. They go down. He gets sold to Maccabi Haifa, where he's still like an okay player. 31 appearances, 10 goals is a bit high for the Hungarian national team because this dude is definitely a nomadic striker. What have you won? He got relegated from the top Swiss league. He did win Jupiler Pro in 2026 as part of Genk. Probably his greatest achievement as a player. Congratulations to him. What's the best Nugent name you've ever seen? I don't know. Mosquito is like a real player, though. There's a guy named Mosquito. You think it's Siabonga Mofoking? In this save, it might be. Bonga Kule Shabalala is a pretty sick one in this save, too. We have quickness training set up soon. Shut up. They'll be fine. I'll finish scouting Petr Latal from Slavia Prague. 20-year-old with adaptability problems, but you know, you happen upon some other Czech dude. Oh, Jason Sweeney, he's in Atlanta now. Our boy sold for 11 million to RB Leipzig, where he was a good regular player in the Bundesliga, and for some reason he sells for only 9 million to Atalanta, where he's been a good Serie A player. We really grew a star. What a player. Jason Sweeney. I miss him. I miss him every day. I wake up every morning and I'm like, God, Jason. Cho Dong Min. Love it if you were good, boss. Love it if you were good. Aristides for Felice. I am confident that you will be decent, my dear friend. Dear friend's a bit of a stretch. I mean, I barely know you, but my freaking analysts have a real habit of recommending people getting paid twice as much as anybody on my team. All right, now we've actually got like legit first team out here. Silva, we can go Buisen today. Karolainen. Next to Jason Cerna. We're gonna try and body these dudes. No lie. Captain Walter Mabasso takes the field. Gotsikis. And on the 8th day, God giveth me my defense. Daher. All right, Garai, Fowry, Isgrin, Barrientos, and Daher, Katsikis, Cerna, Carolina, Mabasso, Philander, and Ja Silva. It just feels wrong. We need that full normal starting lineup, and that includes Armando Pereira. As he advanced forward to try and finish this season off. But we've got Boysen, and we've got Borges, and we've got Samudio, and Lamine Fall, and Todorov, and Klebinho, and Duarte. We should have Carbajal, though, instead of Klebenho. Land Klebenho! That's fine. I was hoping he was benefiting more from his inclusion in the first team rotation regularly, but, you know, what can you do, right? All right, everything should be in order. It's the normal starting lineup. Let's go win the league, boys! Whatever happened to the Great Wall of China, Liu Yuhao? Yeah, we actually have not. We lost to them last time. Earlier this season, one of our 3 losses this year are to freaking Vitória Setúbal. I want revenge! Let's win the league. We've won the league the past 2 years. 2 years ago, we won it by a point. Last year, we won it on a tiebreaker. We were tied in points. This is the year that we can go out and actually just win the league and be the best team in this freaking country. We haven't lost to Porto or Benfica all year. Nope. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. That's my player, Ivan Minic. Nice. Oh, this might actually be a penalty. That looked like it might have been in the box. Ref! Huh? It looked like that foul started inside the box. I'm just gonna say it. That's a penalty. Okay. Ref. Slipped him a little more money than last time there, boys. Thank you. Easy money. Appreciate it. All right. Yeah, give him a... Oh, I thought we said red. We'll settle on yellow. That's fine. Armando. Yo, baby. Oh, he just pops it right down the middle. Armando Pereira. Silva, Isgrin, Thomas. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Run, turn, run. Thank you, Katsikis. It's just great having a good ball winner, isn't it? Walter. Nice Garai. Smolays from the away stand. Oh, there you go. Get Silva running at the center back there. Silva. Good touch there, Thomas. Cerna. Walter. Ooh. Oh, what a fabulous goal that pass from Shaw Silva. The control, the velocity, the timing. He's caught the keeper unaware. King Zhao, the emergent star of the league. That's mine. Quiero pelota. Come on, Silva. Come on, Silva. Keep running, Silva. Oh, he's in. Oh, it's going to be a walk, boys. We're going to stroll to a title. Nice finish to the right foot. Somebody start engraving that trophy, boys. Somebody start engraving that trophy. This has been our season. Our season. Finally. We've just pulled away. We've been a bridge too far for everybody else in Portugal. Our first time really separating from the teams in this league. Oop. Boycott Sikis. Cerna. Walter. Nice. Sally Fowler with an hour and a half. It's done well, I think. And it's got to be. Yes! Ansi Karolainen gets one, throwing his body around in front of the goalkeeper, able to just tap it in. We want 10. That'd be nice. They're playing for their, like, relegation life right now. So, very pleased with our performance so far in this match. Boys, I'm not making any subs. Go out there and have a great, fun second half. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy yourselves. Especially someone like Mabasso, who signed, you know, when a lot of these guys joined the club when we'd never won the league, right? We were not a team that was expected to compete at this level. And they've worked and improved. Someone like João Silva's been at the club for 5 years to get to a point where we are just clearly the best team in the country. And I believe we are finally there. Cerna. Aided in part by a magnificent collapse by Porto, who are in fourth right now. We'll take it. We should probably close him down. I'm no expert, but I'm just saying. That's clean. Cool. Very clean. Good service. A tackle into the counter. Cerna. Whoa! What in the name of YouTube videos is this? Okay. Man's playing wiffle ball out there. It's one of those balls that's like the curved ball. It'll move miles. Those stupid commercials. That was an objectively gorgeous goal. Wow. This is tiki-taka till the day I die, right? Like, that is an amazingly wonderful goal that they just scored. Eastman's got to battle harder to get in front of Kosal there. That is a... God. Why is my team, like, all sad and mad and stuff? He's off. Good ball by Carolinen. Mabaso's definitely off, though. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what he's doing over there. No idea. He can see the whole line. Yeah, like Ali Fowler is just, and Isgren, they've just been, oh, they're complacent. Oh. Why did I not? Complacent is that face? That's stupid. So this guy's name is Rodrigo Potato in Portuguese. I dig it. Dude, Katsiki's with these tackles is just incredible. He's got Velcro on his shoes. Thank you. Oh, come on, Ali. Actually clear it. Why do you always skip the trophy? I want to see the trophy. A freaking autosave, dude. It's got to be whatever. We can hear it. Enjoy. Oh, we've won the league. We've won the league. Ladies and gentlemen, we have won Liga NOS. And we actually deserved it for the first time. So proud of these boys. Basically the same team we had last year. They just grew up. They got better. They improved. They got more experience. They played a better season. I'm pleased. I want to go celebrate with my boys, but I'm pleased. You know? Walter Mabasso gets to lift the trophy for a second time as the captain. Pine Rocks, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome to the Hammers. Excuse me? Oh, how did that? The audio board just restarted. I hit it too hard. It just restarted. I hit the board too hard. I hit the board too hard. Okay. Hey. Little too hard? Yep. That's okay. Just celebrating a league win, you know. First time we really won the league, really deserved it, you know, played well, and really happy about that. Hit the board too. I hit the freaking board too hard. Yeah, cool. We got a chance for a double today. Really excited about it. Definitely. Boarhammer, thank you for the 20 gifted. I can't play any sounds, but you're fantastic. I appreciate that. That is pretty nuts. That's pretty insane. Thank you for that. Yeah. Warhammer, thank you. Don, Scruffy, Swaino, Goofy, Jotun, Sun Tangent, Doodlecorn, Paul, Reaper, Flying, Passes, War Dog, Scotty, Red Surfer, Dredge King, Kasperic, Pannonshire, Genetics, Hodor, Seaman, Sam, Cavacom. You're now in the hammers. Appreciate that. Yeah, no, I can't change anything with the audio interface right now. If you've not been around when this has happened before, if you hit the audio board too hard, it like shuts down and you have to restart it, and it takes like a hot second to boot up. And so whatever audio settings are there at the time that it shuts down, then they're stuck, which means if I have the echo on, then we're stuck with the echo. So there is that. Great win, boys. Yep, we've done the double because we won the Super Cup at the beginning of the season. Oh, I love that. Yes. Freaking love that, man. You won the title. It's a wonderful feeling. Much hard work's gone into this. How proud of you to add the league in Osto Silver. I'm delighted. Look, I mean, we start the season going, we got to win Portugal. That's where we're at, and we did. There were a few occasions. No, I don't think so. We all knew the situation. We were not comfortable until the last 5 or 6 matches. After winning the Liga NOS, I feel like that's worded wrong. I thrive under that sort of pressure. Today is a great moment for Oriental Dragon. Looking forward to you build on the success. We can continue doing the right things. I don't see why not. Strong run of form obviously helped. Somebody was in the crowd. Winning trophies gives us a platform. Proving yourself a manager of genuine quality. Many think it's time for you to try your hand elsewhere. Is that something you've considered? Absolutely not. I love it here and never want to leave. Boom. Boom! All right, we've got 3 matches where we will be putting out some teams that are a little interpretive. I think we're going to go backups against Belenensch and backups in the last match of the season just to get as much experience to players as possible, which is awesome. How is it still not booted up? There it is. It's coming back, chat. Finally. Oh, thank goodness. Alrighty. And it still doesn't work. What? Thank you. Hello? No, it's just messed up. I don't know what's going on. What is wrong with this thing?
Yo,
it never used to have problems.
Third straight league title. Wow.
Now all of a sudden it's like an absolute mess. This happens like once a week now. I don't know why. Freaking love to see that. You freaking love to see that, dude. Might be all the water and slamming. No, the water didn't get anywhere near it. I'm very good about that because I accidentally messed up a USB port on one of my computers with the water thing one time. So I am good at not spilling water on my computer. I know that's probably an important life skill from someone like me, but I have improved dramatically at not spilling water on my computer. So, it's because the FM gods are mad that you don't play Luke Edwards. It tracks. That makes sense. So technically we can get a treble. Again, it can be like what is considered technically a treble. Because we won the Super Cup. Right. Awesome. Stacy moves in mysterious ways. Is she also responsible for this somehow? This is the first time that it's rebooted and still didn't work. I'm very weirded out by that. The FM gods are mad that you don't play Luke Edwards. Nice. Maybe Luke Edwards should, you know, not be embarrassing to me. Where's Borges? I feel like I should, or wait, let's play Lamine Keminani. We haven't played Lamine Keminani all season, but I feel like if we play him now, we might be able to add to his value when we sell him. Which, now out of all of the things I've said, that's probably the scummiest thing I've ever said, but it's also true. And so it might just add to his value. Valencic Benchea is going to be our midfield. We really don't have a lot of like backup right backs. And by that, I mean we have one backup right back. And it's Clebinio. Almeida's in. Duarte's coming in. And Carball gets a game. Mosqueda's going to be on the bench. Pavlovich, maybe. Where is Luke Edwards? It's Jalmaya time. So let's bring in the 23s and 19s. Count 23-19! Who is ready? They're not registered. Martin Kisseno is registered, and so we can put him up here for Daher. So however, I felt the strong desire to register for the first team. Miko Westerholm was apparently one of those people. We'll go with Carl Dahl, our backup, technically been our backup goalkeeper all spring. He has never played. So Carl Dahl, you are in. And we registered Steven Lopez, which is fun. Big Steven Lopez guy. What, Martin? Oh, it's back. Oh, thank goodness. It took you long enough. I mean, jeez. Welcome back. Let's bring in Martin Kisseno just to give him some playing time. And Nicholas Mosqueda is learning how to play on the right as a natural right wing. We should start Keminani for value. We really should. Zamudio wants a new contract. If I'm correct, nobody's going to be able to talk him out of this. I think we've tried this before. Nobody was able to talk him out of it. Angel Zamudio, away with you. Okay, Zamudio, let's talk. Woo! Dodge that one. Luke cannot play, chat. What's the unofficial ODFC Twitter's link? Should be there. It is here. It's at unofficial ODFC. He's not watching today, so he will catch up with what happened later. Do, 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 do. Who's picked? Kemenani, Benshea, Valenchik. Mosqueda's a sub. Me 45. Matias, Talani, and Palmeiros there. How's Palmeiros doing? Not really been able to check. Good. He's developing. He's getting some knowledge and comfort with playing the right back position, because that dude is our starting right back next year. We just couldn't register him because he'd already played for 2 teams. Now Benfica's winning. What a bunch of losers. Luke Edwards for Ball Boy. Now, thank you so much for the 2 months. I appreciate it, dude. And looking forward to Cook Bacon next month. AJ Gooner, thank you for the 5. 3rd straight league title. Let's go. And Boarhammer, you deserved a big fat one of those for those 20 gifted subs. I appreciate it a ton. Palmeiro's going to be so good. I know. We literally signed a guy knowing he couldn't play all spring. He's just been running in the reserve matches. And he looks like a catch. Or he was still a catch. Or he's definitely better than Ali Fowler already. He was starting at right back for us all season. Diogo Queiroz. It's a very old report, but I like his hiddens. So we'll get the new one. We'll take a look. Odds that Lamine Kemenani scores in this match. The hard work begins now. We start next season now. Bell and Incher on a run of 5 matches without a win. I'm confident as long as we stick to our game plan, always. Big man! The gifted sub to Andy Puffer. Big man, I appreciate it. Yeah, one of the best attacking records in the league. It's all hard work, man. Iskren is makes the difference. He can make the difference. Yeah, we're playing for those rabid ODFC fans, man. We're finally back home. We're playing back home since the first time we won the league title. Let's get it. Let's get this bread. Make sure, yeah, Kemenani has not played yet today, so he's going to get a winner's medal. Carl Dahl's going to play. He'll probably play Steven Lopez, the other goalkeeper. So what time does the stream go to? So about 2.5 hours from now. I am on the basic skin. I don't use any of them fancy skins out there. Desislav Valeriev, as I suspected. Potential's nowhere near where we need it to be. Rodrigo Alvarez requested to leave Boca Juniors. Sees the field well. Is also 20 years old and does not have a real high ceiling, which is an issue for us because we already have a really talented midfield. The likes of Hishin and Alamin Fall. Weren't you using one in your most recent YouTube video? That is because the B-roll for that video was recorded on Ayal's computer. Fun fact. God, Kevin, you are insane. You are ridiculous, Kevin. Goodness me, you are ridiculous. He asks every month. He asks the same question every month. Hello, Kevin. And Into the season, Kevin. He's very ambitious, though. We've always known he's been incredibly ambitious since we got him 5 years ago or whatever. We were probably gonna sell him, or we were gonna look to sell him in the summer anyways. Just haven't gotten that like great offer yet. I hate being forced into having to get that great offer, but I think we're going to be forced into getting that great offer. Diogo, how old are you? 17? Resolute's pretty sweet too. Ludwig Strell. All right, bell and inch time. Nice. Is it worth drafting Nyheim Hines in my standard fantasy league? It's tough. Because Marlon Mack's definitely going to get touches too. They really like Marlon Mack around here. Liu Yusheng, I mean, we keep him on the short list. He's definitely good. He's not great though.
I have a striker with 18 finishing, 13 composure and 15 technique, but he never finishes chances and I'm not sure why.
He could have bad pressure. Does he not like does he have, not like big matches in there or something? A sneaky little doesn't like big matches operation. The Curacao center back, not good enough anymore. Miguel Angel Rosales, the freak athlete who can overcome literally any other challenge in his life because he can move faster than other human beings. And they've loved Jonathan Taylor too. I would be worried about picking him up. That's true. Jonathan Taylor, they've really said he's taken a step. And so it is going to be tough to get reliable touches, I think, for a back for Indianapolis. Do I want Lamine and JJ or do I want Boyson? We actually have an insanely tall team. This is a wonderful, wonderful collection of people. But just for this in general. Not Duarte, though. I go Doran, Ben Shea, and then JJ Min goes to the edge. JJ Min goes to the edge. Lamine. No, he like goes from there, and then JJ Min's there. Okay, that only took me a little time. I'm fine. Captain's not been selected. Oh, we don't have somebody on our captain list? Guess not. Duarte, Almeida, maybe? Almeida's been around for a little while. Give it to Jose Almeida. He's been at the club since he was friggin' 16. Casino 35, Carl Dahl. He's getting his first look in goal at the senior level. Carl Dahl, ladies and gentlemen. Play our game, will win. Everybody take a deep breath. Keminani and Martin Casino getting their debuts in this season. Will you be supporting the new American Ipswich? You mean with Sargent there? Yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for Josh Sargent. I think he can play as a really good second striker with Timu Pukki. I think Adam Ida's there too. Is Adam Ida still there? That'd be a serious competition to be able to get up to the top of that formation. He might not be. I haven't followed their transfers particularly closely. All right, boys. Valencic and Ben Shea, the two young prospects in central midfield. Keminani's playing striker. Casino gets his debut at right back. Nice. Oh, yeah, that's Norwich. Sorry, I mixed up my itches. I knew that. The Canaries. But who said Ipswich? I didn't know somebody had gone to Ipswich. Come on, Lamine, pass. Wasn't a bad shot. Given he took the shot. Oh, do they actually not like each other? Even better. Good for them. Oh, the new American owners? Dude, Americans own like so many different teams around the world in the English league system in particular. It would be impossible to root for every team that Americans own. You'd be rooting against yourself all the time. Congrats, though. Hopefully they have a lot of money. I know Ipswich Town was close to promotion at one point. Boysen just ran right around. What was that? Freaking 3 shots later. Can't run away from JJ Min. He will catch you and he will foul you. Ipswich wasn't too far away from the Prem at one point, right? They were like near the playoffs, and then they like fell off really hard. Ooh, there we go. Casino. JJ! I like the idea. Hard, high, near post. Tough save to make. And Doran, Ben Shea, the Romanian. Lamine. Formerly of the Flying Lamine Trio. Oh, it's a good ball. Good pass. Great pass. Oh, what a touch. What a ridiculous pass by Doran Benshea. That was just... I want to watch that again. I seriously want to watch that again. This pass is just... I mean, this is in stride. This is a switch of play. And then JJ able to cut it inside the fullback. Oh, Doran Benshea. That's why you like having those young guys out there. The young midfielders with an opportunity. Kemenani with an opportunity. Kiseno with an opportunity. Buisen. JJ. Hey, what's up, Otto? The Arezzo in the second Italian division. Yeah, he's very viable. Just got sent off. That sucks. Emmanuel! Dang it! Chill! Duarte is probably not young enough to grow, at least not significantly. Maybe an inch, but like, he's 18. You don't get a lot of growth at that age in this game. Let's play him back. Good, smart play. Carvajal's got the shifty delivery usually, but didn't get it in. Okay, JJ. Good hit. That was a good hit. Eurowad smash. He honestly, that's the first time he's ever been sent off for a man that's as angry as he is. Just gonna leave us going out trying to win this. I mean, we have not faced a lot of Bellinage pressure. Nice, beautiful. JJ gets it out quickly. Kemenani. Zealand, I've got points riding on this. We're doing everything we can, man. Good ball. Christian. So that's why I'm just not worried about not having that defensive midfielder out there, because we just have so much room to breathe on those like clearances. Just have to pass our way through. Boyson, nice. They're not even, I mean, they're making this poor guy cover Casino. I missed everybody. It's like you guys are the backups for a reason or something. It's crazy. It's wild. We were man down. We can still get a result here. That's it. I mean, we played better than them even when we were down a man. I'm okay with the way that we're set up. We've got two very big physical midfielders out there in Falensic and Benshea, and so that just, they're young, they're really fresh, they haven't really played all year, and so they can run around. Oh, JJ. He's had a lot of shots in this game, man. He's had a lot of shots in this game. JJ, man, just hasn't come through for him. All right, let's take Benshea off and go Lamine Fall to get us a little bit more actually, let's go Petr Todorov, get us a little more passing and just put him box to box. Let's go JJ up for Kemenani, and then Mosqueda is going to come in as an inverted winger. Or no, not as an inverted winger. He is actually just a winger on this side. So, Nick, you're in. Hustle, boys. Meth Maxi, thank you for the 5 months.
Big Daddy Hampock.
The Big Daddy Ham. Hey. Green Red, I appreciated the 16, or the 16, the 6 months, dude. Come on, guys. We've given up 1 shot since we went a man down. They're like still under siege. Come on, get in! Where are those doubters, chat? Where are the doubters? It's JJ Min at the back post. That's what I thought. Almeida with the glancing header. JJ able to get to it first. Lunging in, throws himself at it. Preposterous, chat. Preposterous. Thank you, Martin. And off to the races. JJ Min. Da, 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 da. JJ. By 1. Oh, what a play. Oh, what a play. Oh. Whoop. See you later, bud. Boyson first to react. Pounces on the loose ball. JJ Min makes it happen. 2-0. ODFC. A man down the whole freaking match. And good header. Let's go, Boyson. JJ Min and Boyson Philander, except this is with mascara. Oh, that's a penalty. Maybe a red. Ref! Can't handle Boyson Philander. Goes right through him. Ref! Ref! Maybe a red card. It's got to be a penalty, though. Be furious if it's not a penalty. Thank you. Maybe a red. Oh. Oh. Yellow. JJ. One of those where it's a pen and a yellow situation, but JJ Min with 2 goals and an assist today. He's back. He is back. And we've scored 3 goals down a man. Because they just cannot handle JJ Min and Boyson Philander picking the ball up and running. Ooh, trouble. Carl Dahl! His first career save. Attaboy. Ooh, and he's going for the punt. Oh. We're good. Valencic. Ooh, Valencic. It's a good ball. Oh, yeah, Casino. Oh, what a play by Casino. Into the channel for JJ. Nice touch. Header. Valencic. Oh, Mosqueda. Oh. In his debut for the club, Nick Mosqueda. Not quite. Valencic, nice, quick. Boyson, why are we checking back through the line? Oh, great pass. Todorov. Todorov, all the way. Ay, ay, ay. Needed better runs from everybody else. Get out of the freaking way. Kadabahad. Back to him. Good. Christian. Oh, nice. Oh, here we go, JJ. Boyson. Nicholas. Score the goal, Nicholas. Be the debut goal scorer. You can only score on your debut once, Nicholas. Oh, hey, Carl. Nice hands. 18-year-old Carl Dahl. I told you we were fine with him as the backup, man. I told you. He's fine. Carl Dahl. What happened to Ansi? He is still on the team. No, have no fear. Hansi Karlainen's on the team. We've just playing the backups in this game and winning a man down 3-0. Nice. Very pleased. What a performance by Buisen and JJ Min. They really carried the team through there. Yeah. I mean, we've got a lot of cards, but we were playing in a really difficult situation, I think. You lose a guy in the first half. I'm not appealing against the suspension. JJ Min was stellar, 2 goals and an assist. Yeah, I mean, that's what he can do. The man just really puts up stats in a way that few other people are able to put up stats. He puts up serious stats. Good result for you against head coach. You've been very complimentary about. Yeah. That was Carvajal's 100th league appearance for Oriental Dragon. How important of a player has he been? I don't think you can overstate his influence. He was a former number 20. I mean, he's an outstanding player. We have league registration, so we can't just run out the U19s, or I would. I've been proud following the response to your team. Yeah, a lot of teams would have folded. Our boys are made of sterner stuff. Bro. Sterner stuff. Yeah, get a lot of points at home, obviously vital. We adopt this tactical approach to win. There seems to be a conscious effort to pick players who haven't played much this season. Wanted to take a closer look at a few of them for a while now, and this seemed like the best opportunity to do it. Yeah. Kemenani, Benshea, Valencic, Iseno, all those guys. Give them a chance. They're on the registration. We clearly trusted them enough to be on the freaking registration, so we might as well have a look at how good they actually are. I'd never seen Casino play. Nick Mosqueda played in just his 2nd match of the year. Thumb Thrower, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. We like stats. Over Koala Field, we do. Thank you for the 5 months. Would have been better if Luke had played. Well, he's not registered. Bakari Dindane. It's making a real case to be a starting center back for us. Did he just play in Champions League? No, they play Arsenal. Bakari Dindane will play. I've got a loaned out player playing in a semi-final of the champ. Who am I? Barcelona? Seriously. Dahl better than Garay. He's never allowed a goal. I mean, it's true. Dahl has never allowed a goal. It is impossible for me to mount an argument against the point you are making right now. He's never allowed a goal. Defensive midfielder Elian Samuel. Well, he can't defend, so that's a little difficult. I see a box by. He can't pass. He can't defend. His ball control is a little suspect. I don't like this guy. I don't know why you do, but because you do, scouting staff, we're going to keep him around. But seriously, I don't know why you like this guy. Oh, I wish I had that minimum fee rule. 350,000 for domestic clubs. Sheesh. Sheesh. All right. Hi. Name is Zealand. I manage a team called the Dragons of the Orient. I'm interested in signing you. Oh, it's not that far away. Okay. That's not bad at all. They've locked after league appearance. Okay, give me the 2.2 up front, and I'll give you like 800,000 there. Okay. That's not bad at all. The guy's a very balanced player. His potential's high. His personality's good. No problem with this signing. I mean, it's not an immediate first team impact signing, but I got no problem with it. I think that there's no problem with those escalators. I think we'll put that in there. What the fudge cakes is going on right now, boss? Why is there two? I guess it doesn't matter. I'll put it at that. Just a little escalation if he gets into the team. Oh, okay. Okay. It's fine. A little negotiating. Diogo Augusto. Yeah, he's resolute. I mean, it's a solid deal. We've got the money. We're investing in players that can turn it. You know, you don't know which ones. I mean, it's like real life. You don't know which ones are going to hit exactly, but we've got an amazing coaching staff, amazing facilities, and a team that's ready to develop players that can be good. All right, let's get this simulating. That's good. Why would we do that? We already know that we don't like this guy because he's fast and he might have developed. That's why we're gonna do it. Okay, good talk. Well, okay, I am gonna hit the bathroom, but while I do that, we have our required viewing. I need to be able to find this faster. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, a video of Zealand bungee jumping. While I go to the bathroom. See ya! Wait, I can leave these on.
Yell out so they're watching. Here we go. All right, mate. Big dive away. Bigger the better. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Go for it, bro. Yo. Yeah, bro. I got 2 hands. Next to right. Coming off, Cam. Here she comes, bro.
How'd I look, Chad? Did I look good? Oh, they got like 4 angles. Are you serious? There's a replay. I cannot express to you how long I was hanging upside down. Above a river. Dangling from a bridge. It's a bit of a precarious situation. And then they do this. And these dudes are like, hey man, how are you? And I'm like, well, I just had 4 heart attacks, you know, so other than that, feeling good. And now they're like, look up and wave to the camera. I have no idea where the camera is. I looked the wrong direction. It's okay. I mean, you know, it's hard sometimes being this cool. Yeah. Really is hard being that cool. Yeah, I did that at the Queenstown, the Kiawara Bridge or whatever. I mean, I think it shows the logo at the beginning of the video. We really wanted to know where that jump specifically was. I'd never done it before. And that's the only time I've ever done it in my life. I've also jumped out of a plane once. I'd probably do them both again, but I will say bungee jumping is scarier. I know that sounds like not... Gio Reyna keeps scoring for Arsenal. This is pretty nuts. Dindane! Bakari, I love it. Gio, I thought he wanted to leave Arsenal. He's been at Arsenal for a while. They bought him from Dortmund for 100 million. But I honestly thought he wanted to leave. Like, he just didn't play for a year, and then he was right back into the front. Like, I remember when we looked at him, and he was, like, not playing because he wanted to play in the Champions League. And now Arsenal, who had not been in the Champions League, this is their first time in the Champions League in this save. They finally finished 4th. That is... That is awesome. That is hilarious. They're in the semifinals, 1-1 with Atletico, trying to go to the final. That is incredible. What a performance by Arsenal, chat. All right, we've got 2 league matches. We're going to go starters, then backups, and then we have our cup final. It'll probably take us that long, 10 years in real life to get back there. Fair enough. Does that mean Brentford would have won that match? Yes. It is impossible to logically make any other argument than that. Oh, those Arsenal fans. Dude, you just wait till April of 2031. We're going to... Let me tell you, we're going to be so freaking good. Goodbye, youth players of not quality. Managing the A-League is confusing. Same with the MLS. That's why I legitimately avoid it. I love watching the MLS. I go to MLS games from time to time. I think it's a really fun league that I would recommend you checking out if you have not. But man, managing there, really annoying. It just doesn't fit Football Manager well. There's Chelsea and Liverpool. There's the Chinese god, Qi Sulong. And he plays for Germany, but he is Chinese as well. I think he was born in China, which is really awkward. I feel like the dear leader would be very disappointed in him playing for Germany, but you know, that's not my decision to make. Yeah, starters, backups, then starters for the league final. Or maybe just starters. I want to keep them fit. I want to keep the players fit because I want to win the freaking cup too. And we play a pesky Gil Vicente team that beat us the last time we played them. Melons. All right, I love the balance in this guy, the general intelligence, the general quality. All right, the resolute nature of the guy. He is about to turn 18 this summer, and then so he'll just come in at the beginning of the summer window as an 18-year-old. But yeah, he's a good character. Somebody, wait. Oh, we're scouting him again. Okay, cool. Let's delay then. Spanish second division player of the month, Miguel Tirado. It's the pacey dude, right? Hey, Boysen, player of the month. I like, wow, all 3 of these are my players. Eric Riega's my player out on loan, who's apparently balling up a storm with Pasos right now. He's playing a 7.02 season with Pasos Ferreira. Boysen wins it, and then Carbajal had 2 assists, 4 shutouts, and 8.23 just hanging out too. I've won coach of the month, which means the guy that I hired, Jan Vandale, is now praising me in the media, which I feel like is a bit of a broken system, right? I mean, I hired him. I'm paying him to say nice things about me. Who do you support? I don't have like a club team, which I love, which is also weird. In my 2 favorite sports at the professional level, I don't have a team. Basketball and soccer. I don't have a team. I root for the U.S. national teams like crazy. You know, losing my mind for the Nations League and the Gold Cup, which, we own CONCACAF now. Away with you! As are our bad youth players. Goodbye, good sirs. Thank you for your service to this club. Now be gone with you. We have an appointment to keep. Gelson Pereira, no. Fernando, the right back from Benfica. He's actually not getting paid that much. This is weirdly reasonable Benfica player. Exhibit A. We've never seen another one like that. Thank you, Boysen. Just need to get his Holy Trinity higher, right? His athleticism is already elite. His stamina and work rate is fantastic. He's got a good general quality to him. Like, he doesn't have the holes in his game. But I want these to be like 16s. That's how he gets to the next level. Then you got 13 or 14 passing. He sees the field well. He's creative. He's definitely a guy I trust to be in and around the first team. With consistency. I mean, he's an amazing player, really. He has no idea how good he is. Who's the favorite for best player in Europe? Camavinga, Esposito, Rinzo Giannini, Kylian Mbappe, Fabio Vera, David Wyuden. It's always David Wyuden. That's the best. If you haven't seen David Wyuden, ridiculous player that Chelsea has. 68 caps, 57 goals for the Dutch. I mean, come on. David Wyuden. He's a problem. I vote for him in everything. Jacadis, thank you for the 2 months. Yeah, boy. And Shrimp, thank you for the 2 months as well. Thanks for all the entertainment. I got you. Cloven Dog, I appreciate it. On the quest for that bacon. Thumb Thrower, I appreciate the prime. Overqualified. Thank you for the 5 months. And Meth Maxi, I appreciate the 5 months as well. Thank you guys for being a part of the Hammers. Hope you enjoy the bacon and the emotes and everything. Finally all caught up, and then boom, Fabio Verna. Just like that. Zhe Zhongjun. I am sad that that guy is not on my team. Juan Añasco. Just have a feeling he's not going to be good. I hope he is. We might even prioritize him, but I just have a feeling he's not going to be good. Joao Bosco from Benfica could end up being cheap enough. I just hate the wages that I'm seeing on these guys right now. Mohamed Kudus is on 8.5 million. I'm surprised we're not getting a ton of end of contract looks, but I'm also not. I feel like we kind of outgrown the end of contract scene finally. On 47, just haven't made that final step of progress away from this. Yeah, a lot of these guys aren't very good. Mastroeni, Alan Moreno. Various prioritized individuals. Who's playing in this other match? Let's just go quick picked. Full first team. Garay, Fowler, Isgrin, Duarte. Duarte? Over Kevin? He wants a new deal, but Barrientos is also like living on cloud 9. Let's just go Kevin right now. Like, his morale is amazing for a guy that's allegedly mad at me. They want Boysen, JJ Min, and Joao Silva. I don't know. They hate Armando Pereira. Like, seriously hate Armando Pereira. I'm just going to go Boysen as the wing on attack, and that's going to be like our starting look now. Probably for this cup match where we just have so much offense they can't even handle it. Bench is Borges, JJ Min, definitely not Almeida. Duarte for sure. Dahl, no. Almeida gone. Valencia gone. Pavlovic in that spot. Do 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 do. Dang it, that's not what I meant to do. I really do like Petr Todorov, though. Stays deadied to the cause. Give me Caseno. Play both fullbacks. Why the heck not? Matias, Palmeiras, Mosqueda, yes. Anybody else? Nishin, Zamudio, Mabasso, Clabinho, boom. Lamine Fall, yeah. Kemenani, yeah. Benshea, Almeida, Valencic, yes. And you guys can chill. Played in the last match. You are not short on encouragement. Hello, Boysen. or actual match play. Ricardo Garay, who has shocked me with his ability to improve this season. He's gone from 11 to 13 on reflexes, which is something I used to judge goalkeepers on super heavily, but honestly, he's been great without having a nice natural set of reflexes. Let's make sure we didn't accidentally put like a sub up here or something. Nope. Cool. Michelle Soria, Mexican. How is this guy playing for the Mexican national team and Zamudio is not? They have like 6 world-class wingers ahead of him? Seriously, man. This guy's professional, benefit of the doubt. We're coming to scout. Love you too, Cooney. I love you, man. I freaking love you. The Mexican national team coach hates ODFC. Clearly. All right, who do we have on the player of the year list? I can vote, which means Angelino. Isgren and Silva are on the player of the year shortlist. Silva only played 19 of 32 matches so far this year, but he's still on the list. Isgren played 20. Young player of the year. Garay, Isgren, Silva. I literally can't vote. Thomas? You gonna get mad at me? Yep. Can I talk my way out of it? Yep. Vote. Dahlberg, Garay, and Yepes. I'm going Yepes because he scored a goal for me, and then Pontus Dahlberg. Yo, he scratches my back, I scratch his. He scores a goal for me, I'll vote for him. Ever heard of Newport County? Yep, in Wales. Gotcha. 4 players called for the Under-20 World Cup. Liu Jinhua, Kwang Yongbo, Martin Casino, and Tabani Lingwati. Cool. It's a heck of a collection of names. Daher wants a new contract as well. This one we might just give if we can't talk about it. I feel like we won't be able to. Pereira being a little mad has cost us the person that can talk people out of this stuff. So Daher, come here. Oh, awesome. Great. What's this contract until 2034? Dude, he's not gotten better at all since he got here. He's just gotten worse. It really is weird. Like, he continues to play super well, but he has not gotten better since he got here. Bizarre. He's under contract till 2034. I can only extend his contract by a year. At least ask when we get into the summer. I can give you a 2-year extension. Is he getting enough rest? Also check his attributes graph. Yeah, I mean, he's gotten worse since he got here. Definitely not up in a significant way. At all. Oh, wait. No, it's not. It's 4:30, dude. This is all the time. And so, like, here we signed him. It's just been weird. Just don't like it. Did it just me or did these arrows just get a lot worse? Oh, okay. What the heck is going on? Even know, man. Don't even know what's happening there. The arrows are different depending on what screen I'm on. It's freaking me out. I'm getting the shakes. He's getting enough rest. I mean, we rotate all the time. Every time Carbajal plays, Daher's not playing. Carbajal has played 15 league matches this year. If you can't handle that workload, right? Like, come on. It's like not even a workload. He has no interest. I have no interest in signing him, to be perfectly honest with you. Will a model citizen be a big influence on an 18-year-old if I set them up? This is where you'll see. Influence on the group. That's what you want. Influence on the group. You know? So Carbajal I've got doing a couple of guys because he's old, which means his professionalism is higher. Alrighty. We're going normal starting team. Literally just gonna do that. Senna played for the reserves. That's fun. Didn't check that after switching it. Doesn't really matter. Just the guy I was gonna bring in if we had the match in hand, which honestly I hope we will have the match in hand. I expect to keep our run going and win this match. Put the expectation on the road against Rio Ave. Bring the heat, boys. Glad I can finally catch streaming YouTube videos. Been super helpful in learning FM. Nobody knows. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. Glad you're into FM now. You know, you've really opened a whole new door. I don't know, a different passage of life. Do you care about in-swinging corners? I do in real life, but not in this game. There's no evidence that in this game they're better. But in real life, there's plenty of evidence that they are better. So I'm annoyed when people don't take in swinging corners in real life. In this game, I'm just putting the best corner kick taker out there that I can so that they can whip it. You know what I'm saying? Nice. On C. Oh, I wanted the little flick on. It could have caused some serious chaos. Daher. Poison. Oh, that was a great ball. That was a great ball. That was a great ball right there. Mamma mia. Right where it needed to be. Carolina just guides it in. Oh, yeah. Ali, great takeaway, great pass. Just like that, they're back on their heels immediately. Cerna. Back for Cerna. Yes. Carolina, that's fine. Katsikis. Oh, man. What a hit. Can I get a sheesh? Man, we're playing free now. Dude, we are so much better. When we're like a little complacent and completely relaxed, we are always so much better. Like when the pressure of the season is off, we just roll teams. Shoot. Boyce has got 16 free kick taking. He is an issue. Like, we just let it flow. Ooh. Thank you, Cernup. Ooh, Pereira going for the turn and burn. Always love it. And buy another one. Nice. Cerna. Good touch. Good touch. Not quite. What have you missed? Well, we did win the league, so there was that. Now we're just on mop-up duty trying to get, you know, clear of the number of points we've had the last 2 years, which we have to win this game and the last game in order to do that. Poison. Nice. On C. You're never getting through Bruno leg with a shot like that. Gotta hit it with Venom. It's not going anywhere. Obviously pleased. A nice 2-0 lead at halftime. Sure, what, bro? Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon and the emotes. Appreciate it, my dude. And Alberto, welcome in. Hope you had a good stream. Todorov. Nice. Cerna, Karolainen. Well, my team just lost to my U23s in preseason. This is going to be it. Just promote them. Fortunately, you lost to a team that you do also own and pay and can play. Bring them up. Clearly better. Wide, nice. Silva. Good passing combo. Now Boysen. Cerna. By one. Not it. I just expect him to score more goals than he does with the kind of shooting that Jason Cerna has. Oh, come on, boys. How are we going to get done by that, guys? How are we going to get done by that? There's one guy. I mean, Kevin, what in Sam Hill, Todorov, Isgrin, literally anyone. It's their only shot of the game because we lost like a 1v7. And now we're not going to get to this. Okay. You guys wanted to make it interesting? Well, here you go. Thank you, Cerna. Very, very nicely done. Karolainen, Boysen. Cool. Little too direct there, Boysen. Nice, Pereira. Ali, Cerna. Far post. There you go. That's fine. Give it back to Daher there. If you're gonna shoot that, shoot it the first time, not the second time. Got Daher again, yeah. $10 on the wager. I got you. Hydraulic Courage, thank you so much for the Prime. And Sam Allardyce, thank you for the Prime as well. Welcome to the Hammers, guys. Appreciate you spending $10 of Bezos money right there. There's the bacon. Daher walks it to the end line. Pereira gets in position for that little glancing touch. Yes, it's not Sam Allardyce, it's Samuel. He's very proper on the internet. Should have just played the overlap, man. Daher is waltzing down this side. Leave it to Cerna to be able to find it. Great pass. Yeah, just keep playing. Karolainen, Daher, give it back to Karolainen or Todorov. Oh, ooh. Great work by Todorov. I would like to point out that that clearance was not touched by us at all, and he really did hit it that poorly. Nice. Oh, okay, Petter. What a pass. Oh my goodness. Wow. 4 touches. Cerna, Todorov, Philander. And then it's Pereira in front of the goal. Yeah, I think we're fine. We're okay. We're okay. We are okay. I was not worried. Isgren with a brace. He loves that new goal bonus in his contract, let me tell you. All right, it was 2-1 with 15 minutes to go, but then the team just woke up again, which is nice. Yeah, Todorov is a really underrated passer. We're talking 17, 16 in the passing vision, and you saw a lot of it there. That was a spectacular ball out to Buisen, who I think found a really nice pass into Armando, who's not normally an aerial force, but we take those. Yeah, good win. We've won at Rio Ave, and we are rolling. I think we just win every match that we play, man. We just got to go out there and win every match that we play. That's what we're doing. Boa Vista's our last match of the season, and then we have our cup final, our Portuguese cup final. We did not win the League Cup, so we are not on for every trophy, but Ivo Araujo is... Who is this? Chief Doctor. Oh, I don't even have anything to do with that. Okay. Fun. Are now Tenas. It's just a good, like, if we need a quick goalkeeper that we can buy, that's a good guy to go after. I don't think Enos Throws is somebody I want to sign, but you know what? Whatever. You know what? Whatever. Leeds fans getting flashbacks. 5-1. True. Not an easy start to the season. For me either. I picked them to finish 8th in the league, and they did not look like that. But, you know, tough opening match. Same for Arsenal. It's maybe time to turn it around. Arsenal scares me a little bit, though. He's retiring from a long career. I figured he was just some member of the staff somewhere. But Chief Doctor, like, we don't even hire that. He's just there. And then when he retires, they just hire another Chief Doctor for me. Like, I don't even do that. So why do I care? Your first season in Liga NOS, where'd you finish? 11th. You finished 11th in Liga NOS our first year. 11th, 5th, 6th, 3rd, 1st. The 2 firsts, I mean, were incredibly tight. This is the first time that we've gone out and, like, been the best team in Liga NOS this year. Diogo Augusto. Now, he struggles with adaptability, but we speak the same language as his homeland here, so I think he'll be okay. Andrea Di Innocenzo wants a ridiculous wage, and he's not athletic at all. At all. El Hadji Balde, nope. Hey, Porto and Benfica play each other. That's fun. I hope Benfica wins. I want Porto to miss the Europa. Actually, I don't. I want Porto to be in the Europa League to help the coefficient. But in a competitive sense, I want Porto to just miss the Europa League too. Literally finish behind a team not named Benfica or Oriental Dragon. They're like the two respectable teams to finish behind in this league. Right? I want them to feel pain. No, they won. Dang it. If they lost that, there was a chance. But now that they won, they're like set for the Europa League spot. Honestly, if Benfica lose the last match, Porto could just backdoor the bejesus out of a Champions League spot. That would be heartbreaking for Benfica, who've been so comfortably there the whole time. Argyros Kliafis. I'm not convinced that you're great, but okay. Calling Portugal Brazil's homeland. No, I said we speak the same language as your homeland. He's from Brazil. Brazil being his homeland. We speak the same language as his homeland here. Started with the enter for new save. How many stars should I be looking at signing from scouting? Well, how many stars like on the player? Oh boy. That's a really hard question to answer, man. If you're at enter, you're at that level of competition. I think anybody that's at, 3.5, 4.5 is worth a look depending on their personality, like potential wise, Wonder Kid wise. Anybody that's a 5-star potential player at enters level though, that's really high. Yeah, apparently there was that news article about Chelsea grabbing some around the world. Chelsea did win the Prem. Arsenal managed to finish 4th again. United's in 7th. United in the mud. Jesper Thrain, attacking midfielder, and he's a wing. This dude's literally just a winger. Playing for Aalborg, Edgar Caligari. Hardworking Flamengo midfielder. He is technically solid, high work rate, great size. I'm sure he's fantastic. I'm sure he's a lot of fun at parties, but seriously. Not my cup of tea, man. Not my cup of tea. Setúbal. Oh, Setúbal's going down. Bad couple of losses. Coimbra's getting points. Ferencz on the last day technically has a chance to get out still, which is fun. Maybe. I don't know. Top 3 is solidified. What are the other 2 European spots? Portimonense, Nacional, maybe? The bottom 3 is solidified, but one team's going to get the playoff, and the other team's just going to go straight down. Sporting been bad throughout? Yeah, they've been terrible the whole save. Sporting have been like a mid-table team for a while. Not monetarily, but like they are a mid-table team. Right now, they just have been. Matteo Pessina. Burnley's 34-year-old Italian. I think I'm just going to let him go. It's not like he's getting any better. Isgren and Daher and Pereira and Philander all made the team of the week. Fun. Cesar Aslan. Hey, that dude is quick. But that is not quite enough of a hard carry for me to ever consider signing him. Chelsea into the final again. They've beaten Liverpool in the Champions League 3 years in a row. That's brutal. And Barrientos went public with the fight. It's interesting. Let's just go 50 million and put him on the transfer list. No, I don't want to put him on the transfer list now. We'll put him on the transfer list right at the end of the season and just live with him at 50 million. What nation do you think be good build a nation? I've always said Serbia and Croatia and Ukraine, good build nations. They don't have terrible youth player ratings. We'll be talking about contracts today. Thank you. Pavlovich, Carball, and Fall are unhappy with the high volume of quick. We're not even doing quickness training. Chill. Santiago Verchis. Shredding for Club America, but not quite good enough for me. You're a good player. You're gonna have a fun, long career. Not for me. Quasei, thank you so much for the prime. Welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon. Enjoy the emotes. Thanks for being part of an elite online gaming community. We lose on C? No, we have not. What's a build a nation challenge? So you start with a team, you become the best team in that league, and then you do really well in Europe, which drags your nation's rating up, which then drags the other clubs in your league into bigger and bigger European matches and makes them more and more money. And so that you eventually, like, the clubs are just doing better in your league, and then you basically raise the level of the league. It'd be like trying to turn the Ukrainian league into the biggest league in the world, that sort of thing. Arsenal is in the Champions League final on a penalty shootout win over Madrid. Nikola Vlasic, 93rd minute pen, descended to extras. But Arsenal, who have finished in the top four once in the first decade of this save, and they finished fourth last year, are headed to the Champions League final to take on the two-time defending Champions League champions Chelsea, led by David Wayuden. Yes, sad for Bakari Dindane, our player on loan at Atletico. Gave it all he had. Has a real chance to be a starting center back for us. Him and Duarte are going to be elbowing each other for that spot next to Isgren. Diego Augusto, we got that new report. We still like him, so on you go, my man. On you go. You just go ahead and re-up that scouting report. Shouldn't take too long. We already got one report in on him. Arsenal, Chelsea. What color is London again, right? Champions League final, an Arsenal club that has just finally found its way into being fourth in the Prem over the last 2 years. And then, well, the Chelsea kind of speaks for itself right now. They've been outrageous on this save. They've got the best player in the world, in my opinion, in David Wayuden. Cerna making positive developments. It's just the things we love to hear, man. He's so intelligent. He has so much quality. I am just shocked that he, like, doesn't draw more interest. That he doesn't play for Colombia more, because he is just a brilliant player. I don't think there are too many central midfielders, like passing ball movers, that are much better than him. Wow, what a violent pull from the mods there. Alan Moreno from Hertha, attacking midfielder, who actually is really good. Carlos. So right back. We don't really need a high wage right back, do we? Nondier Bocanegra. He's playing for Boyacá Chico. Do love a good reference to the Colombian league. Center back, right back. Yeah, he's too short. What am I saying? One of those guys where it's like, wow, look at him. He really knows how to defend. Jae Jeonjun. Oh, Chinese goalkeeper Jae Jeongjun's actually really good. My interest has been held. And so is Laurent Lecalves, a 17-year-old who my scouts quite literally cannot shut up about. Zhenan Omerovic. Yeah, why is Porto so bad with guys like that on their team? Seriously. Seriously, man. Oh, I don't want Hannibal and Xavi Simmons. We've covered this. Oh, hello, Wang Yulei. Another Chinese dude. Now we're talking, okay? This dude's in the Chinese league. This dude's in the Chinese league. A 15-year-old Ukrainian goalkeeper that I need to scout immediately. That Chinese guy and the Ukrainian are both going to be prioritized. And Irving Escobedo. No, I'm not particularly interested. He's also already on my short list. Okay. The 19-year-old, is it Wang Yulei? Yeah, Wang Yulei. And then the Ukrainian 15-year-old Maxim Ivanov. If we can find a 15-year-old goalkeeper that's got like top shelf potential, I am all over that, man. All over that. Boy, Doran, keep grinding. Just praise you. Praised Poison a couple of times, but I can praise you, Doran. I can praise you again for just consistently giving me something to be happy about as we go through the training at the back half of this season. He's just been great. Yeah, we were down to 40-something the last time we looked at it. Our scouts have been working incredibly hard to get that list lower. On the scouted players thing. Redeemed to look up David Guy from Chelsea. Oh, the David Wyuden guy. All right, off we go. David, what you doing? The Dutch legend. Well, let's look at this team. So Chelsea back on top. They won the Premier League last year. They're going to win it this year. They've already clinched it. The Champions League has been Chelsea back to back. That is incredibly annoying. Champions League's been Chelsea back to back. Skadoosh. And here's their lineup. Reece James, Eder Militao, Jonathan Nurse, who is a cracked left back who's on our short list. We love him. Dejan Kulusevski. And yeah, there's just a little bit of David, what you doing? They bought him from Utrecht for like easy. When you're buying somebody from the Eredivisie for 98 million, I think you know, you're on to something. He's got that JJ Min type athleticism, except he's got all the other stuff as well. He's got a great personality. Just a big time baller. Musiala's here. Where did Pulisic end up? He was on the team for a while. He's at Valencia. Oh, he just left. I was gonna say he's won multiple Champions Leagues. He was a regular player for Chelsea. He dropped 10 goals in his last season. They let him go away for free. It's like every other time we've looked at Chelsea, Pulisic was still there. He ended up with 315 appearances, 56 goals, Champions Leagues galore. He won the Gold Cup with the US. Let's go. Premier League winner. Yeah, it's a pretty solid career for Capitan America. Zamudio with the food poisoning. Yikes. Porto's match in hand. They have to win to keep pressure on Benfica on the final day, which is awkward for Benfica because they should have put this away forever ago. They didn't. Oh, choke. You fight all the way, and now they're, you know, technically in danger if they don't have the head-to-head against Portimonense, because it's not goal difference, it's matches against. Let me look. Oh my God! If they lose to Portimonense, they're out of the Europa League because that's their last match. Oh, it's incredible, the drama. Porto and Portimonense. Portimonense, if they can go to Porto and win, and they drew 3-3 at home against Porto, they knock them out of the Europa League, and they send Porto to the Conference League. What a game at the end of the season. Oh, the head-to-head's not settled yet because they haven't freaking finished playing. That's incredible. Borges looking good. All right. Benfica's clinched Champions League, so they are the other Champions League team. They have not been the last 2 years. We watched the Porto game. We have our own match to play, just for the record, against Boavista. Tomer Landau. How old's that report? A year old. I doubt Tomer Landau is good enough to be on our short list anymore, but you know what? Don't really care, boss. I wasn't emotionally invested in Tomer Landau. Yeah, we'll track the game. We get the live score updates while we're playing. Hopefully handling Boavista at home. $48 million deal for Katsikis. See, we would want more money than that. We would want $70 million for Nikolaus. Actually, if he gave me $60 million, $65 million, that's our asking price for Nikolaus. We do have a Eurowath who we wouldn't hate starting, but I think Nikolaus is better, so. I want to keep our best players here. If they come with money, they're going to have to come with a lot of money for Nikolaus. He is the next gen winner. Nikolaus Katsikis did win next gen. Daher won European Golden Boy. We have the Golden Boys on this team. Player lookups for Gavi and Mohamed Guindo. Yes. I'm aware. Just trying to knock out a few days here, getting towards this last match of the season. I can't believe Porto managed to lose against Famalicão. If they won, they're chasing Champions League on the final day, but now they go draw. Is this going on YouTube? Yeah, we got a live channel. Did I realize I don't talk about enough? Boom, live channel. Every stream is here on the From the Beginning playlist. The Portuguese Dragon playlist has every edited stream. Longest one's probably 35 minutes. You watch all the matches, figure out exactly what happened. Catch yourself up. He hates big matches. Never mind. Francesc. Not an adaptable individual at all, on loan from Barcelona. He's got serious wage demands. He's a weird winger. And then there's Adan. Real Madrid's talented 17-year-old Adan. I doubt he's going to come available, but might as well keep a track on him. Lavere from Hibs. God, Hibs is paying him $3 million a year. What is this? When did Hibs get that kind of money? $3 million a year. I really like Arnautenos. My scout really likes Arnautenos. Benjamin Inestroza. Inconsistent. Doesn't have the adaptability. We've quite clearly played away from his level. We have elevated away from his level as a player. It's no longer a prospect. Hi, live channel. Nice. If you love Zealand, you'll love Zealand Live. 3 easy payments of boom right here in the subscribe button. Amazing. Incredible. Ridiculous. Dude. Dude. And who's hurt? Samudio. He's coming back from food poisoning, though, so I really shouldn't be too scared of that. Urawath, Pavlovich, Karolainen is in for Finnish Player of the Year. Honestly, surprised that he's not the runaway favorite. Ah, yes, he's been improving. I can see it right now. Great news. My visit to the ER is going to be waived by the ER. Nice. Congratulations. Festival International Esports. Belgium's apparently been invited along with Jamaica and Uzbekistan, and Alex Danqua is going for Belgium. The guy that was born in Ghana. What? Danqua, I thought you played for Ghana's youth teams. He did. But now he's playing for the Okay, whatever. I'm confused. He didn't come up at Belgium either. He just has Belgian nationality? Like, what's going on? Something feels fishy here. Can't put my finger on it. Something's fishy. Shavonic, best Cambodian I've ever seen. Oh, they've also got Tag Vanny. Oh, look at the touch on Tag Vanny. Incredible. Shavonic, it's finally not your time. Cleophas, love the strength, balance, you know. Guys stuck in. Nottingham Forest probably loves that guy. I don't. I do not. Realist United, thank you for raiding in, my dude. Great news. Oh, right. I read that. Nice. If you could have one superpower, I would want Zealand's ability to scan players that fast and scouting reports. It helps speed up scouting. I mean, I can't even explain to you how many scouting reports I've looked at in my life, I think, at this point. Wait, just too much. Jean. You're literally on my actual target list right now. Dude, the wage, though. God, 10 to 12 million. Oh. That is so gross. How old's the report on Jurg? Jurg Ebert. Who looks as a small child, right? And I know everybody around the world has their different naming conventions. And I respect that. I think it's cool. It's what makes us unique, right? Different naming conventions. I'm a big fan of different names myself. Who looks at a small child and goes, the noise I want to make to you, to identify you, to get your attention for the rest of your life, you adorable little child, is Jurg. Jurg. Or Jurg. That was a decision somebody made. Jurg. I remember you lost it when you found out Serbia had an allowed name list. It just weirded me out a little. It did weird me out a little that people can be like, now you can't name your kid that, right? It means cute Pogger's baby. Well, never mind then. Exactly how all babies should be referred to, cute Pogger's baby. The surname situation in Iceland, it's not mad. I think it's cool. It's the way a lot more surnames were. Like, all the surnames in like Sweden and Denmark are set now, but all this, you know, at the end, like that's from, you were the son of, you know, whoever, Eriksson, you know, like that's that. And in Serbia, it was kind of the same way, like in the Balkans where it was Ich. Like Pavlovich, that's Pavla, you know, it's like Pavlovson, basically, but in that language. So a lot of cultures did that, where it was like, yeah, you just take your dad's name and that's your last name. Right? Because last names were not something that came naturally to people. The last names were introduced over history in different ways at different times. Andrew, son of robots! Basically. You envision like some dude, right? And you're like in some ancient hallway, and he walks in, like, Christian, son of Erickson! Son of Eric. Dang it. Oh, shoot. What's wrong? Really proved my point. Nailed that. Nailed it. Ericksonson. I mean, I mean, how cool would that be? That's like the swaggered. Yeah, we'll fix that in post. Yeah. That Ericksonson. Ericksonson. Lucas, son of Maud. Basically, I don't know. Like, itch means son the same way. That's his grandson, is Ericksonson. Dude, by the time you get to like the ninth generation, you sound like you're having a stroke. Like Erickson. Do you take Eric? To be your loving, wedded husband. No, I don't. I love John. I can't do it. Oh no. Be really hard to make a dramatic exit at a wedding and say you love somebody else. It could take forever to get the name out of your mouth. God. It's a shame. Oh, love those hiddens. Love those hiddens, Matthias. Actually kind of lightheaded. Yeah, then you miss one son at the end. They're like, you want to marry your grandfather? What? Janine! And then it cuts, and then you have to watch the next episode of the telenovela next week. It's pretty wild. Slow zoom. Pavlovich linked with Hibbs. I would take that. I'd take that in a freaking heartbeat, dude. I do not think, I mean, Lazar just doesn't have this mentality that I like. Like, he hates all the different trainings. What are we signing for? 10? Yeah, I would double my money and get out on him. I would. The fact that Duarte just stays locked as a 5-star potential player makes me so happy. Like, Bakari and Dane doesn't have that either. Let's do our player lookups now. Sorry. We're gonna do the player lookups now. We've got Gavi and Mohamed Guindo. Christian Bujika. Kraiva's reliable goalkeeper. So first, we've got Gavi, the young guy from... Oh, yeah, we're playing against him. The Barca guy. He never made a Barcelona appearance, did a loan at Eibar and played well in the second division. And then Porto bought him for 26 million. He broke into the first team immediately, then played the first half of his season and did a feed loan out to Olympique Marseille, where he played pretty well too. Played one with Porto B, but then played another, season around the first team, and now he's fallen out of the first team. He only played one match this year. After 2 more seasons, is a very good player for Porto. Did he get hit with a huge injury this year? He damaged his cruciate ligaments. So Gavi was hurt all this year, but he's been a relevant part of their first team for a while. Those cruciate ligaments look like they hurt his physical side of the game, which is unfortunate. But he was a part of Liga NOS winning teams back-to-back years. The Taça de Portugal. They didn't even win a trophy last year. It sucks for them. Hard when I'm stealing all of them, you know what I'm saying? Blurb shot in the Timo. Thank you so much for the primes and welcome to the hammers. Enjoy the bacon, the emotes, you know, all that stuff. Mohammed Guindo's at Derby County. He's got 1 Belgium cap. And he's gone from Anderlecht to being in their first team to going on a free to Arsenal, who actually did some fabulous business here. They brought him in on a free, loaned him out to Eibar in La Liga, Burnley in the Prem, and then Besiktas in Turkey, where he played really well. And then Wolfsburg bought him for 5 million. And for 4 seasons, he was a rotational starter for 1 year, then back onto the bench. And then Derby County blew 22 million on him to bring him back to the Prem, where he's dropped 10 goals this year. Mohamed Guindo. He found himself. Good business from Arsenal. Doing well. How's his trophy cabinet? He won the DFB Pokal while he was at Wolfsburg, which is nice. And he made his debut at 25. He's now 27, so he's not currently around the national team, I would believe. Colbin Heavens, Igor Minsev, Salomendi. He's very cheap, and he's playing for a team that I think got relegated from the top flight of Switzerland, so keep it up, boys, and freaking keep it up, man. Keep that stuff flying up, and good things will come of it. So Boa Vista, where is the cup final, dude? Oh. My God, it's like another 2. Is it in the international break? All those young players are already gone. Daher on the verge of the assists landmark. An assist from Daher in the final match of the season would break the assist record for the club. Not really sure how much it matters that I've always beaten this coach. I mean, I haven't. I lost to Boa Vista 2 years ago. I remember it vividly. It was a terrible loss. We've beaten them every time since, though. Not talking team selection before the match. I mean, seriously, I'm worried about my first team's fitness going into this cup match because this is ridiculous. Think Tammy Abraham will be good under Jose Mourinho. Look, Jose Mourinho either likes players or he doesn't. If he likes him, then sure.
Going for gold.
Going for gold. Well, Ben, you're 1 month away. Thank you for being a great mod. Ben Swansea, an excellent part of the moderator team, and 11 months into being a hammer. Much love, Ben. Much love. Yeah, I might organize a friendly, Chris. Stay fit. Maybe play the reserves or something. Let me check this U23's roster. I was thinking about putting a friendly before this game. I didn't do it, and then we've got the 2 weeks until the cup final again, which we have to play in freaking June. I think it wasn't like that. Oh my God! We got a hit! Alrighty. What's up? How you doing, boss? I mean, that kind of potential, it's kind of insane. That kind of potential is 4.5 full stars. Luca Distraction, who's a reliable member of the scouting team, literally with 20 judging player potential. 1, Anyazko is a great find. Driven, how are we doing on the media handling? Level-headed, which is an indication of professionalism or sportsmanship. We will prefer mentally to think of it as an indicator of professionalism. Shodong Min, dang. He ended up on the other end. See, that's the thing. When you find a guy like that initially, Anyazko and Shodong Min looked very similar in the initial report, but Anyazko's just come in like absolute gravy train. Oh, that is incredible. Take the deal and let's negotiate. I want Anyazko joining. I want to back up to Daher. That's it. That's it. Carbajal's leaving. He's had an amazing career here, 100 appearances, but he's headed out. And, yeah. That guy's coming in, and he's going to compete with Daher for playing time immediately. Look at distractions. Like, glad you like him, boss. Good report. Good report. We'll hope you're right, obviously, but good report. Regular starter a couple years from now. I feel like that's not an untoward promise. Oh, he doesn't even want that much money. Let's get rid of this stuff and just pay him $1 million a year. I am just going to pay you $1 million. Thank you. $1 million a year for 4 years. Juan Anyazko coming straight out of the Paraguayan League. This is what I mean. Finding guys before other people find them. And we're finding guys before other people find them. And now we've got a very healthy future at fullback. We've got not only Daher, but Anyazko. We've got Palmeiros and Ali Fowler at right back. We've got good options. Good feel for those options. Team leader meeting. Become aware that Barrientos' unhappiness causing further unrest. You might want to be running out of time to address these concerns. Okay. Didn't know there was anybody supporting. It's very disappointing we haven't been able to find a way to solve this problem. I don't want great atmosphere in the locker room. All right, Pereira and Silva are fine. Barrientos is obviously going to be let down, but he's upset. But basically, I won over the other two team leaders, and we're okay. Great atmosphere. We're through. We're all right. All right, last match of the season before our cup final. Last, normal match of the season. I'm going to go Todorov instead of... no, we need Blake Katsikis. Everybody else is looking kind of fit, kind of okay. Oh, Pavlovich really didn't recover at all. All right, Ishin it is. Around it's Hawaii.
Look at me shining on top of the Fantasy League. Been announcing in the stadium last week. What an amazing experience. More to come.
Yo, random. That sounds fun, dude. Congrats. Thank you for showing me how it's done in fantasy. I got like 56 points. The average was like 73. So my FPL team is a little less than amazing. Little less than amazing. Here we go, boys. Final match of the season. Just a little. Came back to plenty of bacon and a Wonder Kid. Nice. Hope your PC is okay. I fully expect you to keep our run going and win this match. Screw you, Kevin. But if we win this, we're on 83 points, which I think is the most we've ever had. We won the league on 80 points 2 years ago. I don't remember what we won the league on last year. Oh, Nacional, Guimaraes, and Braga are all within a point trying to get into the Conference League as well. That's pretty wild. We'll see how that shakes out. A lot of drama for European places, but the Champions League spots are cinched with us and Benfica. And, of course, we've got the league in our pocket. Nice rainy day at the Carlos Salema. Oop. Okay. Meccanville, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Yeah, we have our own FPL league. Jam-packed full of hammers. No, it wasn't 60-something. I honestly think it might be 85. Like, I think we might have done better last season. I'm not sure. Freaking second minute of the game, guys. Come on. Gonna hit a demand more to try and dispel the complacency. Oh, poison! Silva! Oh my God, what is that header? Ay, ay, ay. Get in. Poison? That's... Oh, dude, if they call this a penalty... Big Merm, thank you so much for 7 months as part of the Hammers. 7! Yeah, it's not. I would have just taken the play, dude. We had a nice advanced position. He was about to ping it back to Cerna. Nah, whatever. Philander. Hansi reading the flight of the ball really well. Why does it just put Silva back for a free kick? Like, it's just random people is the default. Just sends random people everywhere. Gonna go change that or it's gonna freaking bother me. Just on one side. Whatever. Maliev! Oh my goodness! 25 gifted subs from Maliev. Oh, baby. And Pereira, there we go. That's for you, Maliev. Armando's got 29 on this campaign. 25 gifted subs from Maliev, throwing it down with a big, fat quarter-century ender. Timbo, Kokachan, Jelbo, Christo, Adix, Thunder, MD, Not Noisy, Chris Holm, Davir, Juju Beast, Tom the Major, Bay Hudson, Bibby, Butter, Flash, Good, JDB, Coop, Dios, For the 9, Lee Bennett, Shahid, Deadpool. You're all in the hammers thanks to Maliev. Great little play here to get Pereira onto the score sheet. Let's pull ourselves into it. Oh my, Portimonense is winning. Portimonense is winning against Porto right now. Portimonense is winning. Guimaraes, Nacional, and Braga are all level, but Portimonense is currently beating Porto and is going to knock them out of Europa League. Portimonense with a dream season. Porto on the ropes. Oh, good running ball. That was a little too strong for Pereira. Thank you, Garai. Yeah, it means less coefficient points because Porto Manenche is going to be in the Europa League, but at the same time, haha, Porto. So, bit of a 50-50 trade there. Porto being our huge competitive rivals. They've been first or second every year for the last, like, 15 years. They might not even be top 3. Oh, Karolainen, he's in! Tried to square it. And you know what? I don't hate him for it. He probably wasn't going to score from that angle. Surprised he couldn't get it off in time. Easy. Silva. Wheel into the space. Run away from the midfielder. Oh my God. Oh! Wow. Freaking run that was. Who's mad? Kitsikis. There's much more to come from you, Kitsiki, so I don't want to praise you. I'm just going to give you the eye of faith. Come on, boys. It's 1-1. We want to win our home match. Last match of the season. Make a statement. End on that high note. Don't give Boa Vista the time of day. It's not like these boys are playing for anything either. They're in 12th. Nice. Buisen. That was a good little idea. Good little idea. And people are saying, you know, like Silva's had a bad year or whatever. Dude's still the favorite to win player of the year in the league. So it's not like Silva's fallen off or whatever. He's not scoring quite as many goals, but he's still putting up huge ratings, making plays. Oh, yeah, Cerna. Great read of the situation. Didn't do too much with it. Cerna's playing a really good game today. I don't give him enough credit when credit is due, I think. Buisen. Oh, yeah, let's go. Oh, yeah. Isgren with his foot again. The man's on a storming close to the season. Give me that. Ali Fowler. Should just keep going. He's got such a burst. There we go. You just wait. Oh, Karolainen. I would love to see him try and take that down, honestly. He's got a pocket of space. He's got a great first touch. Just chest that or something. Karolainen. Oh, we'll take that. All right. Oh, really? Karolainen attacking the channel. On the dribble. Katsikis! Oh! He hits it hard. You give Katsikis a shot, he hits it hard. Just rips this one. Yeah, man, does he work, too. Running down the field with the boys, the extra man. Just hits it as hard as he can towards the goal, and it goes in. Nicolaus, I want to make a change. A change that I might... Yeah, Duarte in for Barrientos. Give him an ovation. Second change for an ovation, Christian Carbajal. I believe this is the last match that he will be playing for the club. And so we will we'll send him out there. Carbajal. Maybe an assist for his trouble. An amazing career nobody really saw coming for Carbajal. He's been out. He was signed initially as a... yeah, I just want to make sure, because I really do. I think this is his contract year. No, it's not. We're still probably going to try and move him. He's here for 2 more years. When did I give him that contract? God. Nice save, Grai. Likely his last match. A guy that was signed to fill a void when Diego Castellanos was sold by the board. And we were like, oh, we can grab this guy to finish out the year or whatever, and then we'll find somebody in the offseason, and he just continued to be incredible. He actually got the number 20 for a season. He's got an incredible rating this year as well. Oh, Cerna's a yellow card away from a suspension. Yeah, we should get him off. Sabia. Because that suspension will carry to the cup in Portugal. Nice! There we go. What a pass. Did he get this through his legs? How did he get this through? Oh my God, he did. He megged the he megged the bejesus out of him. Oh, Jason, dirty dog Cerna. Whoop! Ay, ay, ay. He said little, no look, tapping through the legs. Oh, I can watch this all day long, man. Wow. Jason Cerna, bing. Boysen was ready for it. Woo, yo, Jason Cerna, no mercy, and he's coming off the field right after that play. Yo. Whoop! Great finish by Boysen. And we have run away from Boa Vista thanks to the quality. Oh, I guess, well, I mean, we're on extended. There has to be a highlight in the game. It just started after the game was supposed to end. The goal button break? No. Still works for me. Yo, did Porto lose? We obviously were able to come from behind and win. Did Porto lose? No, they won. Portimonense almost slipped out. Yikes. Coimbra with the terrible loss, but it didn't. Oh, what a game. Oh, dude. This final day was amazing for every reason that wasn't us. One, Sporting just finished 11th, and who knows what's going on there. Portimonense goes up 1-0, and Porto turns it around in 62nd minute. Mohamed Goma, the Pharaoh, scores to put Porto in the Europa League. Benfica actually did lose, which means that if Porto had managed to not, like if Porto had beaten Famalicão in their second to last match, they would have slipped into the Champions League because Guimarães brutal. They clutched a win, but Nacional and Portimonense lost, but Nacional won. Vitória Guimarães got the win. Is that Moussa Dembele? Okay. They clutched the win, but Nacional also managed to win 4-0 over Belenenses, so they were safe. Portimonense with the loss still had the tiebreaker. Braga won, but that wasn't enough to get them through. Really tight finish around the Conference League. But the match I'm looking at is in this to get to the relegation playoff. Académica Coimbra and Setúbal played a 4-4 where Setúbal needed to win. Goodness me. Setúbal needed a win. Coimbra needed a draw or a win to hold on to the playoff spot to try and stay up. Dude, Minic did score. Why is Ivan Minic? He's got 12 penalty taking. That's my lone player. He did score a penalty. They were down they were down 3-0. Vitória was down 3-0 and almost came back and won. They were down 4-1 as well. No, wait. They were down 3-1. I'm an idiot. They were down 3-1, then 4-2. And they brought it all the way back to 4-4. Made them real nervous right at the end and nearly relegated Coimbra, but now Coimbra goes into the playoff. Wild last day. Gotta love it. One more match in the season. We're not clapping the season yet. We got another freaking match. Gil Vicente Cup Final. Sandu Balokan Get off my short list. Tomer Landau, no. Gilberto, oh, 46 million for an okay player? God, I never thought you'd ask. Relegation release clause targets Sebastian Mina, no. Best performances in League One Uber Eats for Udis. You'd have to be a very good fullback. I've got some very good fullbacks already around me. That guy's good. Cosmin Ginshu. He's at Mechelin. That's a team that I feel like I could sign from. Mile Jagodic. I just don't believe he could be that good. Based off where he is at the time in his career, I don't believe he could be that good. Somebody would have signed him. Well, somebody should sign this guy for 2.9 million, but it's not going to be me. But if I was a different club and found that, and I needed a first team striker at that level, I would. Because that guy's good. I just don't feel like there's value in that. Jean Ibargüen and Carlos Fonseca. That's a couple of good guys there. Need to go prioritize that first one. He's only 17. Ibargüen. Wang Yulei looks pretty sick. The more we scout this guy, the better he gets, which is rare. Wait, it was a Minich own goal that sent Setúbal down? You know, but he scored too, so. Unbelievable job as a head coach right now. Thanks, boss. Bosses, plural. Hi, everybody. Got 10 caps for the Peruvian national team. He's at least worth taking a gander at. Just a little bit. Play Edwards in the fight. It's a cup final. I'm not just throwing Luke Edwards into the fray like that, dude. We can't do that. That would be mean. Okay? We cannot do that. That's a 2-week break before the... So you have like 13 days to the cup final. Ah, okay. So Colombia's doing all right at the U20 World Cup. Kinu Bombo, how'd he do? Low-key candidate for center back next season. Kinu Bombo is playing at Rio Ave all year. Played a 6.9 in 29 matches. It's not terrible. Yo, Garai, where is this coming from? Seriously. Like, I did not know you had all this potential locked in there, Garai. I'm not kidding. I had no idea. Doran Benshea, we knew. That's why we signed him. But you, Ricardo, I had no clue. Do you own an Oriental Dragon kit? I do not. No. I would be sick. I would love to have one. You have to do it and make Luke Edwards captain for the game. Nice. I do have to remember to turn off the autosave. So that if we win, we can see the trophy celebration. And if we lose, we can reload. It's enough for Stanley Sumalo. He's 22. He is who he is, and who he is just not somebody we're going to sign. Norbert Naj is now considered a League and Oz talent. He's going to have a good long career. It's just not going to be with me. Shame. We should schedule a friendly, shouldn't we? Should we play? Estrella de Amadora. I think that's a 4th division team. I remember the name. Tang Vani. Look at that first touch, though, on this Cambodian. Goodness. Love it. Jurg. Oh, Jurg isn't actually good. He's like the worst version of what he could have been. Sorry, Jurg. Yeah, let's just get a match review in there as well. And we'll be all set for Gil Vicente. Nice and match sharp and all that good stuff. Thank you, Estrella, for coming over here on such short notice. Appreciate it. Probably a dumb question. Is there a way to try and search for a specific player by name or team? Just go up here and type, like, Pulisic. Hallelujah. Yes. 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 Juan Añasco. Welcome to the team. Gonna work on his I think his speed. He's obviously very intelligent. Like, he's just got a great feel for the sport, great feel for the game, knows where to be. Need to work on his raw athleticism, and he's young with a ton of potential, and so it's there. How do you hate everything? Seriously, like, what do you want to work on? I don't know. You hate literally everything. You want to work on your ball control and just have like ridiculous touch? Fine. Fine. Dude doesn't want to train anything. Says Todorov needs to go too. The thing about Todorov is he can play defense. Right? Todorov is Pavlovich with defense, really.
Who's your favorite Aston Villa player and why?
Huge Grealish guy. Refund me, says Raylan Givens. I'm sorry. Thank you for the 4 months, my dude. Actually, now, dude, I think Danny Ings. I love Danny Ings, man. Danny Ings. Every time I watch him, he scores. It's like a weird thing. Every single time I've ever watched Danny Ings play, he scores. It's happened like 10 times. I love Danny Ings. He's just the quintessential advance forward to me. How have you played for Sweden? Actually, you're not as bad as my scouts think you are. We'll see if you get a higher rating this time, Aryan. You're not as bad as my scouts think you are. Bonlore for me. I've always loved that name. I won't lie to you. Chris, thank you for the prime in the 6 months, my dude. Congrats on the silver bacon. Le silver bacon. So I get the fit guys out of the way so that everybody else can play. Yeah, Barrientos is looking to force a move. I am going to just say nothing about it. All good, Kevin. All good. Look, I think Aston Villa actually did some really good business. I think Leon Bailey's a great signing. Ings a great signing. Buendia's a great signing. I said as much in my Premier League prediction video. I think this Villa team's good. I think if Grealish had stayed, they would have pushed for Champions League. But I never blame a player for kind of dream chasing in a sense. You know, he gave a lot more of his career than a lot of people would have This is not, you know, the first time a club that is competing regularly in the Champions League has sniffed Jack Grealish. And he re-upped and signed contracts and stayed for a while. And then I think he realized that this was really his last chance. If he wanted to go do that sort of thing, this was his last chance. Bailey to Villa is a bad move. Look, Leon Bailey was a Bundesliga best 11 level player. Like, I'm from CONCACAF, right? I watch Leon Bailey play probably more than maybe a lot of people, which is weird because normally it's the other way around where you guys have watched somebody play more than I have. But Leon Bailey has serious game. He was 3 years ago. Still count. He's not old. He's like, what, 26? How old is Leon Bailey? 26. That's my guess. 24. He's even younger than I thought he was. Lingwati and Quiseno played each other at the U20 World Cup. That's fun. He said Spurs should sell Kane and rebuild with that money. It's tough. If I were them, I would take the money and move on, but I don't know when the new Champions League format begins. To be perfectly honest, I have no idea. No earthly idea when the new Champions League format begins. No earthly idea. Absolutely none. Stat-wise, Leon Bailey's actually coming off his best season. See, I haven't tracked that sort of stuff. I've just watched the guy play. And he is very good. He is on par with any player in CONCACAF, except for maybe Gio Reyna's ability to control the ball. Right? Liu Xianhua for China. They beat El Salvador. Okay. And Kwang Liangbo, who is the high potential central midfielder that we have. Like it. Abdullah Mokdad. No. Shiro Riva from Inter. 16-year-old Italian striker. Would want a $2.5 to $3.5 million wage if we brought him in. Never mind. Laurent Le Calvez. I like the resolute nature, but he's already at Stade de Rennes, and the price to bring him over would be really appalling for a guy that wouldn't play for a while. Andreas Fitchel, maybe. Matisse. Surveys. Like to finish that one. Cosmin Genshu. The Mechelin Man. It's actually not it. It's more of, yeah. Like Mechelin or something. No way I'm saying it right. What is Gio Reyna's best role position in your opinion? I think he's just a great 10. I mean, I know he can play across the front, but in the way that like Pulisic can play across the front, but is best off the left, Gio Reyna can play across the front, but I think he is best just sit him in the middle behind a number 9. Because Gio Reyna's ability to control the freaking ball, his just his contact with the ball is so sweet when he's passing, when he's receiving, when he's dribbling. The way he touches the ball is really, really sweet. And so what you see a lot when you watch him play is these turns where like you receive the ball and quick turn, you know, like receive the ball or he plays it into a space, right? His anticipation's good, like the way that he unlocks Holland for certain plays. And he just hits those passes that you watch them and you're like, that was a quality pass. Like, you know, with the outside of its foot, and it has like a little draw, so it comes back and sits up for the guy that he's playing in. Like, it's just, I've never seen an American shape the ball the way he does. Ever. Should Todorov? Yeah, how is Todorov not in the Bulgarian team? Who is Bulgaria calling? Him and Zamudio. Like, they're just not senior internationals for some reason. I'm hella late. The league wrapped up. Yes, we have won it. The league is ours. The Euro U21 Euros, Minich, Almeida, and Todorov. We only had Almeida go? Todorov gets to play in it. Mohamed Surstrom. No. Orlando Guerrero. Is this a guy from Peruvian league? Just wanted to make sure we weren't missing out on somebody that we mis-scouted initially. Milton Acuna from Peru. Nice. Relegation release target Samuel Royer, maybe. Fabian Saavedra, Massimiliano Prati. Oh, they're going to get relegated. Yikes, Torino. Yikes. But you guys were better than that. Villafranquense is the team that is trying to get promoted. Maritimo and Ferenc are coming back, and Villafranquense very clearly going into the playoff. Who holds their own? We'll see. Villafranquense, a little bit there. Yikes. And the French U20s beat Giseno. Yikes. Their hard stop time today. Yes, there actually is. There actually is a hard stop time today. How many leagues are you running on full? You can, this database I used to start this save is on the Steam Workshop. It's called the Beefcake. You can grab that. It had like 220,000 players. I didn't go every league full because that's just overkill. And no matter how good your computer is, it will run slower if you have every league full. And so player lookup for Christian Arnstad. Okay. Chrisu, thank you for the 6 months. And let's do that lookup. Yikes. South Africa struggle bus there. Oh, the Iraqi U20s. I'm looking for a friend for Saad Abdul Amir Jassim, please. Anybody feeling a trial, perhaps? We'll get a scouting report if they don't trial. Cameroonian U20s. Oh, there's a 16-year-old from Claremont Foot. Okay. (17-year-old Gilles Ruby). Chinese U20s, 16-year-old Guojia. This is actually how we found Emmanuel Urawath, for the record. We literally were just looking through young players on national teams and we came upon Emmanuel Urawath. They literally have 15-year-olds in their team. That is insane. Trial and if not scout. Ivory Coast, 15-year-olds. Exactly what we wanted to see, chat. Couple 17-year-olds. They're all playing in Colombia, which is awesome. New Zealand. Okay. Hopefully some of these guys take the trials. Will save us a lot of scouting trouble. Ukraine, some 17-year-olds. Good. These guys aren't going to be cheap, though. Good young Ukrainian players are not an easy, not an easy catch. Easy money, man. Mexico's got 2 freaking goalkeepers in there. Yeah, we found a Eurowath. I feel like we found one other person doing stuff like this too. I only have 2. Milos Georgevich. So if the trial comes through, then the scouting doesn't count. Can't help myself. What if they're actually decent and we didn't scout them? Would we ever forgive ourselves? Probably not. So I know what you were thinking. Really? He's going after the Solomon Islands? Hey, they made the tournament. They're here. They did something right. All right, Costa Rica? Yeah. Nice large collection. We're gonna need a lot of... These are all the initial reports. And that should sort out most of these guys. And then we'll just re-up the scouting. It shouldn't be too intensive for our scouts. They're all just like the 1 week reports. The Uruguayan team... Already got Costa Rica. South Korea, we could find affordable guys. Oh, there's 2 that are starting. Dos. Oh, oops. Australia, we should be able to afford them. Except for this guy who plays for freaking Dortmund named Andrew Cook. There's always Dortmund with the Aussies, seriously. Peru will be able to afford them if they're good. Honduras, like the whole freaking team. Young dudes in their domestic league. Hopefully they just all take the trial. We'll torpedo our training a little bit just to have a look at them. And you, sir. Let's see how many take the deal. Woo! Feel like the child catcher or the chitty chitty bang bang when I'm scouting youth probably. I don't remember that, but why do I remember that like movie though? How do you keep it interesting? I feel like I get burned out after 3 or 4 seasons. I mean, climbing up from lower leagues is definitely a good way to do that. You know, because you're looking for, well, now we're going to try and rise to this level. Now we're going to try and rise to this level. Zhang Yubo. Man, China's got some good players. Why were they so bad at the World Cup? Like, that dude is really capable. He's on my Chinese babes list, and if he is ever available for some sort of transfer, I'm all over that, dude. Here we go. Rejected, rejected, accepted, rejected, rejected, accept. Okay, we got some good acceptances. Rejected, accepted, rejected, accepted. Just checking on the rejected people. We have the scouting report in progress. Once we accept. Okay, so we're ended up with like a majority saved from our scouting reports. Okay. He's already getting paid $230,000 a year at 17. Okay. Just filling us in on who's what. Got it. And now the second wave. Oh, dang it, man. There's too many trialists. I probably should have seen that coming. One guy snubbed me, the audacity. And these are all the trialists that we can take. It's really not that many. We normally can take like 30. This isn't that good. It's like a factory. Definitely didn't do this spacebar clicking well. And are there any? What I'm looking for are like, are there any of these guys that are like ridiculous? They left. This guy's leaving. This guy's leaving. Cole, you get to stay. Prado, okay. Guillermo Vega, no. Jose Diaz got a shot. Andrew Cook. James Rose does not. Carlos Lyons of Australia. God, I hope he's good. Nice little 6-0 win. And Katsiki's thanked Pone's order, who managed that friendly. This is getting awkward. All right, guys. Yeah, they have a tournament to play, but the trial system, like, even if they're at a tournament on international duty or whatever, the trial system still, like, brings them to your club and lets you scout them. So I just skipped the friendly. I have my assistant manager managing friendlies. But we've got the Cup final tomorrow. We're streaming on Wednesday instead of Thursday. So Cup final tomorrow, shifting it around to make work things easier. So stream tomorrow. Tomorrow, we've got a Cup final. No stream Thursday, stream on Friday. So should be nice and easy. I will see you guys then tomorrow. Video coming out tomorrow as well. I hope you enjoy it. I do not know which one I'm going to have come out, but a video will be coming out tomorrow. Something to look forward to. Okay, thank you guys. We're going to raid. Who are we raiding, you might be wondering? I have no idea yet. That's why we're going. Thanks for asking, though. I really do appreciate your concern. Let's raid Dupe. The Dupinator! The Dupester! Sir Dupe, Sir Smoke Machine. A man who has played in multiple streamer showdowns. The Dupinator. We need a copy pasta, lads. Yeah, have a great rest of your day. I mean, look, we won the league today. It would have been catastrophic if we didn't, but we closed it out. We won the league today. Zarda's copy pasta, it is. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to try and destroy Gil Vicente in this Cup final and scout like 3,000 dudes from this Youth World Cup. Cool? Cool. Let's do it. See you tomorrow. I believe in love after love. Onward, gentlemen!